Trying to see KD do his thing.
All right. If you guys are ready.
Off the other night.
Oh man, it was amazing.
Historic.
Historic.
Historically went on.
The stork.
Historic. I thought you said historic.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Quad Pod. Quad Pod.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 46 of Squad Pod. It is another great episode that we have for you. Alex is here watching a basketball game.
Hi, Alex.
Alex is here.
He's here.
Back. He's here.
How was your week off, Alex?
It's fine. Listen,
That's good, man. And
I know.
next on the program,
I just, I know you guys give me a bunch of shit, but like, it's like my schedule and my family is very like planned, and then y'all throw wrenches in my shit. I'm like, damn it.
I
This
will
one-
take responsibility for the initial reason that it switched. But
I just miss the text. I feel like I always miss the text when it
no,
happens.
you acknowledged it, but you totally missed that part in the text. That said,
yeah.
also next week.
To be fair, there's a lot of text.
Yeah, man. It's
Each
just,
day. You got
usually I can like convince Marissa. I'm like, come on, I'll hang out with you tomorrow. This one, she's like, no, this not happening. We got family shit to do, and I'm like, all right, fine, do family stuff. Kick it. I'm not gonna enjoy it though.
Oh my God. Could you imagine telling your kids that? I'll come along, but I'm going to hate it.
Oh, I hate every minute.
I'm only here because I have to be here.
It reminds me of that like Bob's Burgers
Bob's
thing.
Burgers.
Like,
She's like,
and
I'll
yeah.
go. But I'm miserable the whole time. I'm gonna complain the whole time.
Kids are terrible.
Oh
Kids
my
are
God.
terrible.
All of you. Terrible.
So, I actually have a story that I wanted to share with you guys, and you may know it or remember it. I feel like if anyone's going to remember it, it would actually be Alex, and he's actually part of the story some way. So I don't know if you guys remember, and I'm not going to say any names because for obvious reasons, but when I was like, I want to say it was like 11 or 12 or so in the trailer park, I was walking up on the top row. Actually, it was right before Alex's house, and this car drove by and shot at me with an airsoft gun. Do you know the story, Alex?
Oh, I know exactly who it was and everything.
I remember this story too because I
Okay.
heard it.
Okay. So
This is interesting.
anyway, I was telling Brittany
I'm
this
hooked.
story only because it came to me while we were walking home today from the playground with the kids.
Yeah,
I realized
flashbacks.
it was a really weird story that I never told her before. So, but anyway, as I was telling the story, I was like, I don't remember how it ended. I just remember going to my parents and be like, someone shot me with an airsoft gun, and it hurt. Like I was like 11 or 12, so like shit hurt.
It hurt.
But anyway, so apparently my parents found out who it was. They pressed charges against them, but this was the kicker. They actually tried to blame you on it, Alex.
Me.
They did. My mom, because I told my mom about it, and she told me, like that they pressed charges. All they did was some community service. It was nothing like major.
Sure.
But because you can't like pull up and shoot at a kid, regardless of
Yeah.
if it's an airsoft gun.
Right.
But
I'd
anyway,
be pissed.
apparently they tried to blame it on you because you lived right there. But my mom said, "No, that doesn't sound right."
Not Alex. He's a
Well,
sweet
here's
boy.
my thing. Like, one, I'm the same age as you, so where the fuck did I get a car from? Like,
Well, you could have been in the back or something.
I guess, but then, like, I guess.
Yeah.
And two, we were friends, so, like, we purposely shot each other with airsoft
Yeah.
guns, but you knew it was coming, Like,
I was
yeah,
ready for
but I
it.
wasn't, yeah,
Also,
I wasn't
wasn't, like,
sneaking
It
it on you.
wasn't sneaking
Like-
up on the block, rolling down the window.
Yeah. But
You know,
yeah,
I always tell people though, like where we three grew up, dude, like, and not that I want to say it, but that was as close to the
trash.
hood as you were gonna get,
That's
white
what I'm
trash
saying.
hood as you were gonna get to where like our community was. Like these kids were wild.
They were
man.
wild.
Dude, like doing crazy shit, like breaking into houses, and there was fights all the time, and there was drugs going everywhere. Like,
everywhere.
dude, it was wild, man.
Yeah, dude, well, so I got to see a totally different side of it since my parents managed the place. So they were the ones, because of course they weren't going to pay actual security people. So they just
Yeah.
tell my parents to say, "Hey, go tell them kids to get out of here." So like my parents got stuck in the middle of like, if there were a bunch of kids breaking into a house, they had to be the ones to, you know, break them up and stuff. So, but
Hey, get
yeah,
out of that house.
yeah, I
No.
remember
All right.
going with them once, which I think in hindsight is a really stupid idea. Why would you bring your kid with you?
Yeah.
And I
He's like,
think,
here, hold this bat.
yeah, I don't remember what it was. Yeah, exactly.
If I come running through this door, swing
him.
as soon as I come through.
On some Home Alone shit.
No, I remember being in the car, but it was just really weird because it was like pitch black at night. It was like nighttime. It was not in the middle of the day when this happened. But
Ugh.
but yeah, it was just an interesting story that I remember that I don't remember that much that it happened to me because it wasn't, you know, it wasn't like it was traumatizing or anything, but it was just
It might have worked though, man. Like, cause I was not a good kid, like growing up,
that's
but
what I'm saying. Like,
but I
They're
wasn't.
like,
but you're not that.
It was
You wouldn't
Alex.
shoot at someone out of a car, like even if it
yeah,
was.
I was more like a mouthy little asshole,
Yeah.
more than like I wasn't like, you know, hurting. I mean, not intentionally hurting you guys. You know, like I'm sure I have hurt you guys once or twice
You
in your
hurt
life.
feelings, but not.
yeah, but
Oh no, man. My
Like-
neighbor, I know you guys are all friends with him too, but my neighbor, who again I'm not gonna name because man, I beat the shit out of him. And just like over the years of our friendship, just like so much stuff, dude. So much. And he
Friendship.
bled so easily. Like he's just like he's a bleeder, man. Do you remember that game where you would put your like hand on your face and you're like, oh, and if it's
sounds like
bigger, you
domestic
got
violence.
cancer, and you'd hit their hands. How many
Yeah.
times has that been done to you? I did it one time to him, and his nose was like just blood everywhere, dude.
I
His
remember
mouth
one
was
time.
freaking out.
I do the harmless shit, and I still do it where you're like, "Hey, you got something there?" And then you flick their nose, bro. Every time, I've gotten Vern with it before. I've gotten Annette with it
It's
a bunch of
because you
times.
never-
Oh, I do it.
No
It's
one
hilarious.
ever does
It's hilarious because nobody sees it coming. That's why, like, it's
We used
awesome.
to pull that shit on Kyrie too. Like, Kyrie, oh.
It's classic. Nobody does it anymore, so nobody sees it coming.
No one
So you can
expects
get
it. Yeah.
almost everybody with it.
You're like, what? Oh,
Pull
you
my fingers
mother-
about the
It's a good
I can-
icebreaker.
I can
It's a
feel it.
good icebreaker.
Hey,
Thinks kids love me.
So I'll show you shirt.
Stupid fucking.
That's the like reaction. You're like, you motherfucking stupid mother. Like, I can't
It's like when
believe
you
I-
hear about the game, and it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's like what I was
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
about too.
I will never let Wyatt get me with that. It's that Key and Spiel skit now where he's like, "You got something? You got a little smudge, right?" No, I don't. No, I don't.
Yeah, you gotta be cautious.
You got
man.
a little.
It's the
You got a
same.
little.
Bird told me that he wasn't going to get caught smiling on that vacation either, and I still got a picture of on the last night. Still got a picture.
You're not smiling. Of course he's
No.
smiling.
I was smiling, but like the thing was like I wasn't gonna let him get a pic because I was
Yeah,
gonna
you
mean
said that
bug.
you weren't going to smile in a picture because you always mean
It would have
mug.
been way funnier if you'd have took that picture like, "Gotcha," and then you're like, "It's just Vernon." It's like a completely separate picture.
like in the picture.
like in one frame, Vernon just like,
Like, I got you, and you're like, do you?
look again.
Look again, like a Caleb City video. Like,
How, bro?
Oh my
How?
god! But yeah, that was definitely one of the most. I mean, I didn't
Man.
really get into like trouble.
You were a victim of a drive-by shooting.
Yeah,
That
You're a
dude.
victim
did
of
that.
drive-by
I definitely
shooting.
don't walk around saying that because it definitely is not that bad.
at the end of the
That-
day, you were.
Yeah.
The dude
remember
who
we
did
had
you
those
was a fucking
airsoft-
asshole.
Remember
Yeah.
them shotguns we used to
I
have?
have one of them still.
Remember we used to take the shish kebab sticks and put them in there, and that
Oh
shit
my
would
God,
stick into
dude.
skateboards, bro.
Oh my
It
god.
would-
dude.
we would shoot it at a skateboard, and it would stick into a skateboard. We'd shoot at a tree, it would stick into a tree. Like that shit was
That shit
wild.
came out.
That would.
I'm
pierce
surprised
skin.
none of you got shot with that shit. And it was just like,
So we had
suck
our
it out of
limits.
there.
We weren't. We were not that dumb. We like were dumb enough to do it, but we weren't actually dumb enough to shoot each other with. I
That's
know
crazy.
none of us ever shot anything like that at
I
each
remember
other.
like playing paintball out in the woods.
Oh.
This same shotgun was shot at point blank at somebody's stomach without the You know what I mean? The shish kebab stick and like left the welt, but like no shish kebab sticks. Like we shot them at the trees.
Paling.
Yeah, we were
That would have been
impaling
nuts.
people. But that shit was wild.
That shit was wild, dude.
I remember doing that at Evan's driveway.
I remember you guys used to use like crutches as stilts. To on like, and not only on that, but it was like icy as shit and snowy outside, and you were out there with trying to walk on these like stilt crutches.
Imagine being like some like old lady just looking out the
Crutch
window
stilts.
and seeing us
Just
like,
seeing someone standing on top of crutches on the ice. She just
Dude, imagine being any of these people who used to live near us.
Oh my
like,
God.
Busting my ass on that skateboard, bro.
Yeah.
That was tied to fucking Kyle's bike.
yeah, try to hop that speed bump.
The speed bump, we were doing so well to hit that
Yeah,
speed bump.
those
man.
speed bumps were amazing. They were the
Mhm.
best.
Not that night. They
thing.
weren't.
not that night. Yeah, the bike trail. Oh, I loved the bike trail.
My
The
leg
bike
was
trails
trail.
and-
all sliced up.
Yo, I remember that, Wyatt. Like I remember that shit like it was yesterday.
I remember discovering the bike trail. Like I was just
Ugh.
walking back in the woods, and I'm like, "What is
the
this?"
fuck is this?
Because no one
Spent a
showed
lot
me.
of
Because I
time
was only
chilling
like
back there.
7 or 8 at the time. Like no one took me back
had-
there. And
I had an older sister who was close enough that I got to see all that cool shit. Like as
Yeah.
it was getting done. I had to
yeah.
hang out with the bad old kids.
My mom told me another story too while I was on the phone with her real quick, and I will actually tell you. I'm not gonna say obviously again who it was, but there was a story of a guy. Well, not a story of a guy, but there was a kid that used to live in the trailer park. Not a kid now. He is older than us, but apparently they were at ABC West there, and they called the cops because someone stole their weed, and. I'll tell you. I'm not gonna tell you now, but I'll tell you who she said it was, and it's just kind of funny. Like, yeah, I can't say who it was. But
That's
yeah,
Dude,
hilarious.
I would take a guess who it was.
no, they were older than us.
Oh, I still think I know who it is.
You
man.
still think so?
Sure.
I was
think
like,
so.
I know all
What's
these
the last
fools.
name begin with?
I know.
F.
No, but I
Alright,
could see
no.
that if I'm thinking of who.
But I was thinking his older brother.
No, I think they're even older than that. They're more my brother's age.
Hmm.
So like that the generation before us.
Hmm. The
Oh my
dumb
God.
generation. Fucking
I
boomers.
forget you have a brother, Evan.
Fucking
What's that?
boomers.
I forget you have an older brother.
I got 2 brothers.
I
Yeah.
forget you have brothers, bro. I forget Quentin has a brother too.
I forget you have an older brother all the time though.
Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, we're so far.
Cal
apart in
was
age.
yeah,
Like,
Cal was like with like
Yeah.
us. So
That's why I don't
that-
understand. Like, okay, I might be getting controversial here, but I just feel like I don't get why there are some people that are kind of surprised by the decision that they have decided to do because they were always hanging out with me, and it just I don't know.
And all of
I don't
us.
seem surprised
Yeah.
by it. Like I don't know. As
Right.
as their brother, to
Like-
me, it didn't seem.
Exactly.
It was definitely. I guess I wouldn't say it wasn't surprising, but it makes sense. I'm as someone who grew up with them, it definitely made sense. I wish they were here for that realization and conversation because I'm sure they would
Right.
have had some insight on that. But
Right.
yeah,
Well, let's get them on. Let's have the conversations with them.
yeah, I'd be interested
see.
to see if they would. I mean, I know you guys have mentioned that you'd be okay getting into other topics as long as they were on a separate.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
like the main podcast, more of like an after hours kind of thing. I think that's
Yeah.
interesting. They get heated.
For
I think
sure.
it'd be interesting.
Well,
Squad pod.
we're all
Squad pod
pretty-
after dark.
We're all-
Squad pod serious. If it's after dark, dude, I'm getting naked, man. Can't stop me.
As long as you just have
Can't
the
stop me.
camera up like this.
Well, it's after dark, no rules.
These episodes will only be available through our Patreon. That will be coming
Yeah.
soon.
Or the OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's really what we're gonna have to do.
I got a new tattoo and I'm dying to show you guys.
Oh my god.
So in other interesting news
Yeah,
this
so
week, other
anyway.
than my new tattoo, E3 happened. Some pretty cool news
A
here.
lot of people, when you say E3 happened, they're like, holy shit, what? E3 happened? What?
That's where I'm at. So I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
E3 has become a shell of its former self.
I think the internet spoiled that, man. I mean, what has E3 ever been for? Is it for the consumers? Is it for like dev teams? Like it's like a
Well,
weird.
Not only
Weird.
that, but I mean, like some developers and then Sony even pulled out of E3. Like they're not even part of E3. Like
They
they don't
haven't
do
been
their
for
own press
years.
conference. They
Yeah,
have
they-
their own. Yeah, exactly.
They don't need it.
Yeah,
They don't
Yeah,
need
I'm
it.
surprised Nintendo did it because Nintendo's been doing like the monthly drops. You know.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll be surprised if E3 is really like that big of a thing here.
That was my
in the next
main
couple
complaint
years.
with it this year. Was like it had no oomph. The biggest
Yes.
oomph was Battlefield, and Elder Ring was like the best game shown. Like like considered at least. Like I don't know about my it looks cool, but like there was no
Yeah.
there was no meat to it. It was a lot of indie games, which are great. That's great exposure for them. But like
I miss
But
the
if- but
days
if the
when you
big
would
guys
wait
aren't
for
there,
E3
like,
and
was
we would
fun.
be watching like all day on like G4 or whatever, and then you'd be getting like huge announcements and trailers, and you're like, oh my god, the world's freaking out.
right,
Now it's just like,
yeah, I read that
drop a
last
trailer
week.
on YouTube.
that was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Like you said with Nintendo, they just dropped that stuff on their YouTube channel, and they're like, "Here you go, log on
Yeah,
to your
Nintendo
Switch." And it's
Direct,
like, here
man.
it is, right here, Nintendo
Yeah.
Direct.
That and like I'm sure like a lot of stuff was leaked beforehand as well. That's been happening too. I mean, it's what Alex was saying. It's technology now and social media and everything. Like it's hard to hide things now. So like
Mhm.
most of these games get leaked either by like you see like Amazon listings or like listings on certain websites. It's like you kind of know something's coming.
And
I
you,
think
you want to think?
E3.
I feel like half
Good.
of that stuff is intentional. Maybe not all of it, but
Sure.
there's definitely some that are like, "How in the world did you not? You definitely did this on purpose." I can't. I know. I can't remember exactly what I'm thinking of, but I remember. I think it was a game or a console, but you could see the listing well in advance, and it's like, there's no way they did that on accident. It was just kind of
Yeah.
obvious. But
There's
but
like
that's
one
that's
bad
more,
apple spoils the bunch.
that's better exposure than something like E3 because like if Sony and Nintendo are pulling out, like Vernon said, there's no oomph. Like yeah, good for the indie developers, but
Great exposure
why
for
am
them.
I going to
Yeah.
watch if there's if the
Nothing like
if the big
yeah.
stuff isn't there? I mean, I
still watch, but like I feel like it's lacking. It's definitely on the decline.
Yeah.
I just
It's
think-
not the days.
but I feel like
where
a
it's
viral
all of 'em.
marketing campaign is much more in today's world, just much more
Right.
successful than a convention or something like that because it gets people talking, it gets rumors and stuff, and
Yeah.
that,
I miss the
that's-
days of like who won E3, where it was
Yeah.
like you get through most of like Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo's press conference, and then it ends with like 4 bangers in a row or something, and then like one crazy thing. But then it's
And then
like,
the
oh,
show
who won
ends.
E3?
And another trailer drops at the end of the credits, like you're like, oh my god, like like
it's like a
that
Marvel
type of
movie.
hype.
You get to the
A
end, and
game
then-
that's going to be out. Like,
I think
6
there was
years
a
later.
Zelda game that was like the trailer dropped after the show ended. Like the show ended, like they were like, all right, and then like
Turn the screens back
they
on.
turned the screen back on and it was playing the brand new trailer for the news, and everybody went wild. Like
Yeah, that's a
I think there's
big
videos of that on
game
YouTube.
to do that with too.
But
It's not-
that's what I
yeah.
mean. But that's that's what we miss. Like you want to
Mhm.
see LeBron James in the dunk contest, but he never goes. Like you want to see the best of the best released like in the clutches moments. Like why I said bang to bang to bang. Got the encore coming at the end.
Yeah.
Shit's nice. I miss that.
Yeah, I mean E3, it was just very lackluster. There was a couple good games, but I mean, I didn't know if you guys had any like favorites or anything. I know
I-
Alex, you said you saw a lot of stuff, but I don't know what you guys.
I mean, mine
saw.
goes off on a tangent. It's not really necessarily a favorite. I was super excited about Nintendo's because Metroid Dread looks great for me. I love Metroid games.
I'm really excited for what Metroid Dread. Yeah,
Before I get on my tangent, though, I wanted to say I think E3 just needs to shift its focus. No more sequels, no more big IPs. Just make it more indie developers and more new IPs, so it's not all indie developers. Like,
Well, that's a lot of what it was this year.
yeah, well, I think they should, but I think they should really lean into it. Like, no more Battlefields, no more Call of Duties. Like, get all that stuff's selling regardless. Like, and
yeah,
so just like new IPs, revivals, things like that was what I mean, it'll never be its former glory. I agree with that. But anyways, in Nintendo's thing, they also are partnered with limited run games. I know you guys know I do a lot of those limited run games, and they announced Blood Rain for limited run games. Like it came out on the PS. I don't know if you guys remember Blood Rain. There was like a 2D scroll that came out a couple years ago that they're putting a physical edition out. So I was like, oh, I got to mark that, and I really want to play that game. And then just today, man, they dropped. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna come out with Zombies Ate My Neighbors also on Switch as a physical edition. You can get a thing." And I'm just like, "You guys are just trying like, I can't buy all this shit, man." Like, and like, speaking of like your E3 of like things, you're like, like it was 2 games that are just nostalgic to me that I'm just like,
Yeah.
like how am I gonna afford this bullshit? You know?
I'm gonna get the Super Monkey Ball.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
They
Super.
announced,
I
'cause
actually
I
thought
remember
that-
playing that shit on GameCube, bro, and it was so fun.
If there was a winner, it's Nintendo for me because I'm gonna get Super Mario All Stars Party, whatever the fuck it's called, Super Mario Party All
Mario
Stars,
Golf.
Super Mario Golf.
Oh, I
I'm getting
forgot about Mario
Metroid
Golf.
Dread. I'm getting the
Yeah,
banana.
Metroid Dread is gonna be awesome, man.
Yeah,
I'm really excited for that. And I saw it was like the sequel to like Fusion, and it's the 2D scroller. It's awesome.
yeah. That's the one thing I'm kind of excited for. I mean, I'm super excited for Battlefield, but I was excited for Battlefield anyways.
I'm excited for Starfield.
Starfield looked cool, yeah, but isn't
Yeah.
it Xbox
It's on
exclusive?
PC.
PC?
2022.
Yeah,
That's a
I'm,
PC
I'm definitely
only.
gonna get it.
PC. Well,
Yeah,
Xbox.
PC
or
and
PC.
Xbox.
What?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But they bought Bethesda.
Yeah, but they didn't announce that's going to be exclusive, did they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought so. I saw a meme. I mean, I saw a meme about it. That's about the best news I got.
Yeah, it's exclusive to
true.
PC
It
and
was a meme.
Xbox.
It was a meme. Yeah.
That sucks. Then never mind. Fuck that
Well,
game.
Get it
I
for
was
your
thinking about
PC.
scooping it on PC. It would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I
That game
mean,
looks really
I think
good.
most of us
I
have a
thought
PC.
you'd be surprised. I thought you'd be excited for Elden Ring, Alex.
Yeah,
it's
but-
like a From
oh.
Software game.
No, I didn't really see much about it, to be honest with you.
It's
like
just
a
like a dungeon, like not dungeon, but like one of those like. It looks like
It's
Lord
like
of
an
the
open
Rings.
world dark. It's like an open world Dark Souls type game, bro.
Sekiro.
Written by George R.R. Martin.
Nope. Mount.
Oh,
Could be so much goddamn talking. I can't do it. I'm just kidding. Sekiro kind of defeated me on From Software games.
Really,
Ugh, it was so hard, man.
dude? Demon Souls is hard. I've been playing through that every now and then.
Ugh, it's so hard, dude.
Guardians of the Galaxy looks cool.
Oh, I
Single
forgot about
player
Guardians of
game.
the Galaxy. That looked
Yeah.
cool. I was
Guardians
down
of the
for that.
Galaxy looks pretty cool. It'll be a cool story. I'm interested to see what they do with that.
is that mostly a single player game?
Only
Yeah,
s-
apparently it's
Oh,
only single player.
Okay.
Yeah,
which we don't get enough of nowadays, so I'm excited for that.
yeah. I was actually really surprised to hear it wasn't like a multiplayer game. you know?
Co-op or anything.
Yeah,
you know?
that
I
would
was
be a
surprised
cool
to hear
SWAT
about
game.
it. Period. I didn't even know they were doing that.
Yeah, for sure. There is what other Rocksmith Plus looks pretty cool, where you can like download on your PC and on your phone and everything,
Yeah.
and you can just wirelessly play guitar and play songs that are on it. I
Yeah.
thought that was really cool. I was like, this is the future. The future. But I mean, other than that, Metroid is the thing that I'm most excited for. I know a lot of people are excited about Breath of the Wild 2, but I mean, me and Alex are on the Breath of the Wild.
Is that
This
what
is
it
like
is?
overrated
It's just Breath of the
train.
Wild 2?
Breath of the
Yeah.
Wild too.
Oh, that's
Breath
kind
of the Wild 2.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
a-
I didn't really enjoy Breath of the Wild.
I'd have to play it. I have no
I own it. You're gonna have it.
It's like you
Gonna have
can
it.
keep it.
Yeah, I have
I'll
it.
play it.
I own it too. And I was even thinking about going back and trying to play it again, and I was like, no.
Maybe one day I'll pick it up.
Maybe one
but-
day I'll try. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like a Zelda game to me, man. I do love Zelda games, but man, I just could not get into it.
I actually, to be honest with you, I mean, I like Zelda. I don't love Zelda, but like, I'm more of like a top-down Zelda kind of fan. Like, you give me like Minish Cap, shit like that. Like
Yeah.
that, I'm all down with.
That one remake that came out is really good, man.
I want to get it. The little
I
chibi
forget what it's
remake.
called.
Do
Yeah,
you
like,
mean like the
Link's
old
Awakening.
school
I played through that.
style?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
well, even after they did the old school style, they started
Link to the
doing-
Past, dude. That game's
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, they did like GBA ones that were very like similar
Yeah.
to that
Mhm.
style, but they were newer. I think it was like Four Seasons and Minish Cap and things like that.
Yeah.
The only 3D one that I loved was Wind Waker,
Ooh,
and I
Wake-
played most of the other ones, but I loved Wind Waker. I was like into that.
I
But
Zelda got some
adore
good
Wind
games.
Waker. That is probably my favorite one. And probably
Like,
just because I played it so much.
I
But-
beat Majora's Mask. I beat fucking Ocarina of Time. Like I played those games a million times, and still I'm.
I never
going,
played the one on GameCube, the one that looks like super realistic, like where they went edgy with it. I never played that one. I forget what
Twilight
it's called.
Princess.
Yeah.
Twilight Princess.
That was
Yeah, I never
good.
played that one.
Skyward Sword was That was weird. That was the one where they were like on the birds in the air and shit, and they could fly. That one was weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much sums up E3 this year.
I did really love Battlefield. Killed it, dude. That was an awesome trailer.
I still
And
haven't watched the trailer.
I just want to highlight and just that this company knows what it's doing. I love when and everybody does when they're flying the jet and the dude pops out and he shoots him with the missile launcher and then he lands back in the jet, because that's like a really famous Battlefield play from like Battlefield 4.
That was like a Battlefield
probably.
4 thing, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a famous play that actually happened, and I love that they like brought it back and paid homage to it. I was like, look at that. They pay attention.
I feel like I remember even seeing that video, and I played Battlefield 4 for like a week.
I loved it.
It's dope that they just like focus only on multiplayer. They just cut out the campaign and everything. Like, this is what we're doing, and I'm sure it'll be awesome.
I mean, that's why people buy it for the most part.
Yeah.
exactly. Like, why focus and put like, I'm sure they were putting a little team on making the campaign or whatever, but now they can focus everything on just multiplayer.
I remember, I mean, I didn't play Battlefield 5, but Battlefield 1's campaign was pretty much just, it was like 5 sections with a couple stories, and it was like a screen I had to go past to get to the multiplayer. Like, that's all it really was.
Oh, I love that. I've been in the Battlefield. Me and Vernon played like Battlefield 1942. We were playing where you just had like 2 islands. It was just 2 islands, 2 maps. We played that all the fucking time.
Yeah, I love Battlefield 1. I wish we played Battlefield 5 a little bit, but we never.
I played it.
Well,
I still own it actually. Wasn't it free? Did you guys
I'm
get
pretty
it?
sure it was free. I have it.
Yeah.
I don't think I got it for free, but I have it right now because I'm pretty sure I still have EA access. So.
Oh yeah, the new Madden trailer dropped today, guys, or
Really?
today or yesterday. Yeah,
didn't
and
see it.
it looks like the last year's trailer.
So it looks like 2020's game.
So it looks it's the same as
2019's.
Madden 13 still, you're telling me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Or just with the roster update.
With another roster update.
The yearly
2
roster
goats
update.
on the cover.
Yeah. Probably gonna gouge us for $70 for the like next gen version, just like 2K and shit.
Right.
Well,
Are
not
they
even just
still
2K,
gonna
but
have
most
the
games,
same like
most games,
banner ads from
next gen's
2019?
like 70.
Yeah, probably the same people talking and everything, man.
Because
Yeah, I
didn't you
guarantee
guys
Madden
say?
is the same.
Didn't you guys say that like in Madden 21 you could see the stuff from Madden 20? Like it was
Yeah.
the same exact
If you
thing.
zoom up, like
Yeah.
in the stands, there's banners that say Madden 20. And they probably patched it by now, but like there's screenshots online. Like
Mhm.
that shit, like it's ridiculous. Whenever it just released, it was
And
ridiculous.
they probably still
Yeah.
won't like move that patch over because they already started like moving stuff over from the last game. So it's still probably going to say Madden 20 up there. It'll just look nicer.
I'm just saying that Madden
New
20.
textures.
a little more clear.
Yeah, you'll definitely be able to see it say Madden 20 this time. Yeah.
But what else did you have, Evan? I know you said you had a lot of stuff to talk about.
Let me think here.
Get into
'cause
that.
I got 2 things I want to talk about. Not necessarily talk about. One's
you
more.
got?
All right. This is the one I've actually been waiting to ask you guys. So, I think every person, I would think most people anyway, they have a trait about themselves that they think is maybe a little cocky, but is definitely true about themselves. Like, is there anything that you guys have that you think you can do or make or anything that it might be a little cocky to say it, but you think it's true? Do you get what I'm saying?
I got one.
I can give you an example if you need. Alex,
Yeah,
if you
that's
know,
fine.
you
I
can
think
go.
I got one.
Okay.
I think I've been blessed with just absolute extreme luck. Like I'm
Oh.
just an extremely lucky person. I think in light, and not just like
Yeah.
I'm talking even like minute, like little details. I think majority of my video game prowess is like luck.
It's pure
Like,
luck.
Just putting myself in the right situation and then the lucky thing happening. I'm just like, yeah.
See,
like,
I would
I'm-
say with video games, that's just, I think you just might have good awareness of what's going on around you.
No, man, I'm like I can give you multiple situations, and I just video games are like a thing. Like
Yeah.
just like I've just things in life have just been like lucky for me. Like it's just happened. That would be my trait. Again, I don't know if it's
Alex is a lucky dude.
I'm
Alex,
just lucky.
the ball's just in his
Yeah.
court all the time.
It just like
He's one lucky motherfucker.
Yeah.
I've like even thinking I played 21 with these guys, you know, and I'm not a skilled 3-point shooter, but like usually that last shot I need, I'm just like swish. Like,
Alex just like closes
why?
his eyes and he's like, it'll go in.
I don't know, maybe. Remember when we were playing football and I slid off that dude's back and just
Yeah,
like
that shit-
landed on like he hit me.
That shit was
I
crazy.
was in the air, I slid down his back and I landed on my feet. I was like, all right, cool.
It was
I'll go.
wow.
Yeah, man. I don't know. One time I was drinking a drink playing Halo, one hand on the controller, man, and a dude. I was playing like couch co-op. He just walked right in front of me where I needed it. I was like, shot him. These are just moments where I'm like, all right, this is just luck. That wasn't skill, man. I didn't do anything. I was just sitting there. Just,
So Alex, your skill isn't your cocky skill isn't an actual skill. It's that
Yeah.
it just all happens to you.
if we were D&D characters, my luck would be like up there, you know? Like it'd be a stat that would be up there.
All the other stats are like mediocre, but his luck is
Yeah, like,
it's through the roof.
average weight, all that average. Lucky though.
That's
Lucky,
interesting.
though.
I don't
It's
know.
like-
What's yours, Evan?
All
looking
right.
for.
Mine is, and I'm not. So I haven't been cooking too long, and I think I may have hinted at this a little bit, but I'm gonna say that I can cook a steak better than most mediocre like chain restaurants. Like, and I mean like if you go to like an Applebee's or I may be even pushing to like Olive Garden kind of. I mean Olive Garden's not great, but like it's not
They sell
bad
steak
food.
and all?
But I'm gonna say I think I can cook a steak better than most of those restaurants can.
Pretty much
I-
better than any sit-down restaurant.
Yeah,
you can
no,
go
I don't
to.
want to say that. I don't want to say that. Because there's some.
He
really
put
good
himself in
restaurants.
like middle management.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Like I'm
he's
not. I would never say like a chef that is actually like
He's calling out Gordon Ramsay
because
right
again
now.
I'm not like Alex. It's all
French
kind of-
dude went to
I don't really
tag
know what I'm
for 8
doing,
years
but-
to do what he does. He's like, hey, you think you do
Tag
better than
Gordon
me?
Tag Gordon Ramsay
How dare you?
on TikTok making a steak, dude, and he might reply to you, dude. He does. He
I
does
mean,
that. He TikToks.
It's just I know, and this could have just been a really bad experience, and I feel like I told you guys about this, but we went to Bonefish Grill, and I ordered a $30 filet mignon. Okay, $30, and I'm thinking like, this thing's gonna be good. Like it was terrible.
I expected it to be better than good.
I literally I took one
$30.
bite, and my first reaction was I could have made that better. I have
it
made
back.
that better. Like that's exactly
I've
what I
done this
thought.
better.
And that could have been, but that's not the only time I've thought that. It's often that I think that.
Evan, I'm gonna bring you on Tap That, and I'm gonna buy a steak from 3 different restaurants and have you cook me a steak, and we'll
I'll
test
do
them
it.
all
I'll do it.
right there.
I swear to God, I'll do it. Now, also keep in mind, I also have the time to make 1 or 2 steaks, where these people are pumping out food like it's.
That's
Yeah.
that's their job though, dude.
That's not an excuse.
That's not an excuse. You also got 6 chefs back there, or 3 chefs back there, 2, even 2, yeah, man. What's the
Okay.
difference if you put 2 steaks down or 7 steaks down?
I don't know. I just have time to put love into it, I guess.
Oh, that's the secret.
The secret
secret
ingredient. is
ingredient.
love.
Like
Evan isn't that he
SpongeBob.
cooks. He loves. He doesn't think he
No,
cooks.
I don't
well.
know. Like
Oh,
if I could pick maybe another cocky one, that's maybe not as like bold. I feel like I pick up on things very quickly. Like you can give me
That's what I was gonna say.
almost anything, and I can do it mediocre. Like I'm not gonna be an expert at it, but I can pick up to speed on it to be at
You can
least
do it.
mediocre, extremely fast. Like
Right.
that's just something I've always been, even at most of my jobs. I'm not usually the person that's this guy. I am the person that does everything, and I just know how to do everything, but I'm not like the expert on this thing.
Check of all
You know.
trades. Over.
Yeah, like every job I've had so far, it is just like I'm not the guy that someone would go to for one particular thing, but if there's no one else around, it's like, okay, Evan probably knows how to do that. Like that's where I seem to fall in life, Alex. Like you're lucky. I'm just mediocre at everything.
I just like you're supposed to be complimenting yourself, and like you just can't do it.
I
Evan.
don't
You're
want
just like,
to because I'm
you're
not.
just like I'm better than any subpar chain restaurant. Also,
Fuck
if
that.
there's
Say you better
nobody
than
else,
everybody.
yeah. Also, if there's nobody else around, I'm an okay substitute. Like they'll come to me. I'm kidding though. Like you're a jack
No.
of all trades. If you were a D&D character, you'd have like a very even chart.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I would maybe like, up one. Like.
Like, I get it.
I don't know. Like I think of everything that I've done, it not just like all of my extracurricular activities. Like video games, skateboarding. Everything I've done has just been the slightest bit above average. Like nothing crazy. But like I didn't beat through the Fire and Flame Zone Expert, but I got 81% of the way through.
That's better than most.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I got past the intro. All right.
You beat it.
No, I won't admit it because that is like the biggest. I wish I would have just beat it, but I never did. I actually had Jimmy Graffmeyer sometimes. I
Gotta
over his
round
house
up,
once.
man. If you hit 81, you beat it. Come on.
Yeah, just
Dude,
round
that
up.
ending
You
is
beat
tough.
You technically beat that. That's
if
all.
I would have made it past the solo, I would have beaten it for sure. But that last like bit is just like note mashing.
Dude,
It's
I
just
couldn't tell
buttons
you. I've never
everywhere.
seen I've never got past the beginning, so I couldn't tell you what the
Dude,
ending
the
looks like.
I remember one time
Never.
I was staying over at Jimmy's house and because I was tapping with 2 fingers on it and I'd have him there strumming in case if I missed a note. So that way, but then I got to the point where I could strum with my elbow and then I probably know what I'm talking.
I know
Bro,
what you're talking about.
You were pretty good at Guitar Hero 2, right?
I just play a shitload of it.
I was pretty good, but I was never like that. I could never do through the
Like,
Final
I would-
Flame.
I that was the only song I ever truly did it on was the beginning of that song because you had like all this time to warm up. You just had to hit that first note, and if you kept like a beat going with you only had to move.
I remember tapping on Freebird on Guitar Hero 2. Like during
Yeah.
the solo,
I
there's
never
a
had
part
to
you
tap.
could sit there.
But I know
and
which
tap.
one I know what part you're talking about that you would tap.
Oh
on.
my god.
It's like
I
all
remember
the
doing
like
that.
green through red notes. Is that yeah that
I loved Rock Band when it came out, and it had put the down ones. Like
Where
you
you
didn't
have
have
to
these.
strum.
Yeah, you could just
Yeah,
use
where you
the
could just
the
play
down
down
keys.
I used to love that too.
see that
Love
messed
that.
me up.
No, I loved
I was
it.
in a
I used to
groove and then
play
I'm
like
oh,
that
I gotta
more.
go down
Because you get like a solo bonus when you do it on the lower on the neck.
I would just play like that because you can strum down
Yeah.
there too. I would just down there.
Alex,
That's
you and
how
me
I
got these
was.
long fingers, and you're down here playing with these like little notes.
The
Yeah.
two super tiny keys.
I don't know, man. I was okay at Guitar Hero. I was never like. I mean, I could play on expert and stuff. Almost every
Yeah.
song I was fine with beating, dude. I used to play a lot of Rock Band with Nash, dude. He was
Yeah.
good at drums, dude. That dude wailed on drums, and that's something in Guitar Hero I never got good
No.
at. I was
I
never
love
good at it.
using the drums, dude.
I just wasn't good at it.
God awful at
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I could not do the drums. No. Guitar or bass? Bass was kind of boring. Guitar was good.
If I would play bass, I would sing too.
Yeah, I was gonna say Alex was always singing.
Yeah, I didn't mind
Yeah.
singing.
I never got to
He
sing
plays
much.
2 instruments.
I feel like I'd be better at it now because I feel like I can harmonize really well. My voice isn't good, but I feel like I can hit notes.
Oh,
pretty well.
yeah, you just gotta like get it level.
Yeah, you just got to hit the note. You don't have to sound good. You just got to hit the note.
You can just sit there and hum.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it'll read it as you're saying.
Dude, I'm sure Nash's mommy's it. We used to play that game till like 4 a.m, dude.
just
Just like-
wailing
Hearing
on
that
the drums.
smacking on the drums.
Yeah, really.
Hearing
Stomping on
me
the
in there,
foot
just like,
pedal.
Oh, that sound was. It literally just sounds like someone's just on their desk, just like.
I can picture
Yeah.
that shit, bro. Like
Shaking
imagine
away.
being a
And they're
parent.
like, at least we made the guitar silent now.
yeah.
Because like whenever you strum, it doesn't make the clicking noise
I
like how
the
it did on the
clicking
old ones.
noise.
I
It's
like
a
the clicking
mechanical
noise.
So like, well,
keyboard,
at least
you
we
know?
made the
Yeah.
guitar silent, but the drums are loud as shit.
That click
Just
was
banging on-
confirmation that I strummed. And then
That's
when they
right,
made
I like
it
the click
silent, I'm
too.
like, did I actually? Am I doing this? Like,
I like the click. Click was dope.
yeah.
Bring the
I like
click back.
Bring the click.
Dude, I actually,
Bring it all back.
we talked about this. I want Guitar Hero back, man. But like
Yeah.
the
They should
PS4
just make
version,
one big ass game with all the songs from all the games or something.
Thank
Like
you.
it's next
Dude,
gen.
that
make-
would be a fucking licensing.
Oh, I'm sure.
nightmare.
I'm sure it would.
Oh
Activision
my
could
god.
do it.
Oh
But I'm
my.
saying like it's next gen. Like you know how these huge games are, bro. Just spend all your budget's gonna be just licensing these songs.
Yeah,
And you already
just
have
start a
like the
GoFundMe.
formula.
we don't. We're not getting
All
any
your budget will
backgrounds.
be licensing
We're not getting any
songs.
characters. We're just getting a track board and that. Because oh my god, could you
That's all I
imagine
need.
paying
I
all
don't need
those
the
fucking
background. I don't care
bands?
about those people
Yeah,
in the
like-
crowd.
But you'll
License
have like
songs,
600,
equalizer
700 songs to play from on all these instruments on these new consoles. Bro, I would buy that. No lie.
Listen, I
buy
would
it.
jam.
And then we would do podcasts of us just playing Rock Band for 2 hours.
That would be squad night like every weekend.
That would be squad night of us just playing Rock Band.
Ugh.
Alex is just singing every Monday night. Just
Every Monday we'll roll around. Alex will like, please, no more.
what else?
No
can
way,
sing?
dude. I love singing. I'll do it. That's fucking. I don't know, man. But that would. I've been watching this YouTube series about. It's called like What Happened, and like.
Oh, I love What Happened, bro.
Oh man, it's just about like the development hell that some of these games go through.
I watch
and
a lot
just-
of his videos. He does some like Let's Plays and stuff too that are pretty cool.
I'm just getting into him. I barely know who he is. I'm not even subscribed yet. I've watched probably 20 What Happens, and I really should
Oh, yeah.
subscribe.
That's what got me into him. Is
Yeah.
What Happens because he does really. I guess he used to like test for video
Yeah.
game companies and stuff.
I feel like I
But-
may have stumbled upon one of these videos.
You should watch them.
recently.
They're,
I think we've shared them through the chat and stuff
they're
before.
super
Quentin watches
interesting.
them too.
I just,
He has
I
one on
couldn't
DBZ
imagine.
Evolution.
yeah, I couldn't imagine the development nightmare of going through all those fucking like bands pulling in and getting out and like getting the licensing agreements and it would just be
There's
fucking-
here's a 2-parter on Fallout 76.
yeah.
It's like 2 20-minute episodes on how
my
much of a
God.
disaster that was.
It was free this week and listen, I like Fallout. Not one of us was like, hey, you just want to try it? It's free. No, I don't. I don't want to try it at all.
I'm good.
I'm good. My
I'm
Nets
good on
lost,
that
by the
one.
way. Game 7.
Damn, really?
Yeah, it was in Milwaukee, man. That's how it works.
Where?
Exactly.
Bro,
Fucking
it was
exactly.
hilarious.
As a
to
callback.
see Them sixes just below it last night.
It was funny.
You know,
It's
I
gonna
just
be the
realized
Hawks
I
and
don't
the
think
They were
That was
talking.
fun.
That was
Sixers
actually in the
Twitter was
episode.
talking so much shit. Yes, leading up to the game and during the game, whenever they were blowing out the Hawks, I was like, "Oh man, this is going to be great." And then they just wallowing in the sorrow today.
Take it.
Take it, take it, take it.
Oh, that's where I saw this. I was scrolling through the what happened.
What happened?
They have an
What
episode on Dragon
happened?
Ball Evolution. That's
He
what I
said
saw.
that, man. You don't listen.
Yeah, I just said that.
Was
That's
that
not
it?
your skill.
Well, I was.
He
I was.
said they have an
I
episode
said
of
that
Dragon
like
Ball.
5 minutes ago.
I was
not even.
scrolling. That's why.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't listening.
So multitasking, not a good.
Not a good
actually.
Not a good.
I
thing
would
for
say
it.
I'm actually a fairly decent multitasker. Listening, I'm a terrible listener at like directions. I'm good at listening to like your problems and feelings, but I'm not good at listening to like background noise. I have selective hearing. If I'm interested in it, I'll listen. But
What the hell does that have to do with multitasking?
That's pretty much every
because
person.
Wyatt was
Evan.
talking and I was doing something else, so I tuned him out.
Your background noise, Wyatt. That's what he just said.
Apparently, man.
Your fucking background noise.
Yeah,
In
it
that
is, man.
moment, absolutely.
Evan's like, I fall asleep to the white noise of Wyatt's voice.
I put on
Dude,
Squad
shit,
Pod,
I shut
mute
you some
everyone.
ASMR for
I mute
Evan at
everyone's
night so
track
he
but
can fall
Wyatt's.
asleep.
He's like,
Stop it, Evan, when I rub the mic. The ASMR.
I don't think my mic's good enough for ASMR.
Put you to sleep.
That's something I never got. Like I don't
To
get
each
it.
their own, right?
It's weird, dude.
It is weird. But I mean, hey,
Each
yeah.
their own.
I mean,
I come like I'll scroll by one and then I'm like, all right, and I have to listen to it for like 10 seconds
That's
just
why
to
you
be
keep
like, all
finding
right,
them,
I
'cause you
gotta
keep
know,
clicking
like
on
I
them.
want to, because I'm interested on what it sounds like first off, and then I'm like, okay, this isn't for me, and I exit. I'm just ASMR is so weird. It interests
But
it doesn't interest me in like, oh, I love it, but it interests me in like, why do people like
you
it?
click
And
on
I'm
it, and
trying
then
to figure
YouTube
it out.
thinks, "Oh, this guy's into that," so they're gonna keep.
I think that's why it keeps popping up because
You
I'm
just gotta
like, what is
stop.
this?
I do it
Why
every
do people
episode.
watch this?
Every episode in Tap That we do it because we always put our beers real close to the mic and.
Yeah,
But
you
that's
do
sad.
that.
I don't know. That's not like 40 minutes of someone eating a bag of chips. You know.
There was one, bro. I saw of a lady just eating a pickle and it's just crunchy. And I'm like, bro, what dude is just sitting here just like, man, I fucking love that.
Oh, that
I think
gets me
I
going.
think it's really like an
YouTube
autophilia thing. Like it's like people who like I imagine like Kanye West likes it, you know.
He probably
like,
listens
he
to
like-
himself.
Yeah, he just listens to like not even his
He listens
songs,
to
just
Kid
the
Cudi
vocal
humming.
track from the songs in the
Mhm.
booth, where it's just his voice, no beat.
Yeah. Well, you ever
Rapping.
hear
Like all outtakes included too.
Yeah,
what does he have? He has something where he sees sound. It's like an actual
Ooh,
thing.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like
schizophrenia.
Dude. No, there's like a condition where like the human brain like visualizes sound.
There's a Twitch streamer that they
Uh,
do that with piano.
Crazy to me.
Like they'll it's almost like I don't know how it is. Is it related to like when you hear something and you can instantly know like what it sounds like, or am I thinking of something different?
No, I gotta look it up. But speaking of talents, I'm actually pretty good at that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm somebody
Like
who can
hearing
hear
one
like
note.
one note, and I'm like, that's where that's from. You know, like
Yeah.
that. It's not even
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, sorry, man. Go ahead.
I
My
just
bad.
like even like hip hop because it's such a sampling group. Like I'm like not only can I mention that song, I could tell you like 2 other songs that sample that beat slowed down or things like that. Where I'm like, oh, this is from that or this is from that. I'm actually
Mhm.
pretty good at that.
See, I'm good at specific notes. Like I said, like harmonizing. That's why I wish I played the piano because like I'll be messing around on the like this piano app I have, but the only problem is I can only play like one like
Yeah.
set at a time. I can do 2 because there's 2 rows on the keyboard. But like just the other day, Brittany has this old like Titanic music box that plays My Heart Will Go On. Like she got forever ago. But
Mhm.
anyway, one of the girls had it, and then of course My Heart Will Go On got stuck in my head. So I was like, I bet I could play this on piano. Got it. Like I
Dope.
I got it, but
Yeah.
I've never taken the time to master any of it. So I can play like a couple songs on piano, but they're trash because, you know, I can pick up on it fast, but I never take the time to actually master it. So
That's what I would say was one of my skills. I think it's easier for me to pick up instruments. And like I'm able to figure that kind of thing out. Like it didn't take long for me to pick up a guitar and learn how to play it. Same with drums and piano. Cause I mean I played drums in a band before. And I mean just playing around on a keyboard, it just comes as natural to me. Like it's easier for me to figure out certain things.
Do you see sound for it?
No, I don't see sound. But I think I can pick up on I'm good with rhythms. And I'm good with just kind of like what you were saying is just going by ear and figuring things out.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like,
Yeah. I mean, the only other skill I could think of is just knowing just totally useless pop culture shit, like movies, like just out ridiculous like references or like movie lines or just like knowing when this movie came out or something, you know, just stupid movie shit that like when I should have been having my head in a book during school, I was sitting watching movies and watching TV shows when like I should have been studying and stuff, you know.
see, and when I should have been watching movies, I was doodling Dragon Ball.
Yeah, teach their own.
Yeah, really.
But I mean,
Alex,
I
that
don't
thing
know.
you're talking about is synesthesia.
I know I'm reading it right now, and it's
Hearing
crazier
color
than
and
it.
seeing sound.
Yeah,
You can
man.
hear color. I can barely see color.
I read a
People
crazy
hear.
fact. I read like a crazy thing the other day on the internet. It was like, and it's somewhat true. If you look at something and you imagine what it would be like to lick it, you can picture it. Like you can automatically know in your head what that would feel like if you like licked something or if you touched it.
Wait,
It's weird.
can you
Like your
back
brain
up?
if you look at something, your brain automatically processes what it's going to feel like to either touch it or lick it.
That's very weird.
It is weird.
That's weird. Yeah, I'm looking at things in my room. I definitely feel like I would know what a chair would feel like if I licked it.
But just like different textures and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Another
It
tap
makes
episode
sense.
That I am going to invite all of you
Oh my
on.
god,
I'll
yeah.
blindfold
I
your
kinda
ass
see
and make
this.
you lick things.
Like I'm looking around the house. Like, okay, I can imagine what that would feel like if
It's like one of those things I saw on like one of those cracked articles that I go through, like, where it's like interesting facts or whatever. I was like, bro, that's crazy. And then you start like,
I
oh,
have
that-
mentally licked almost everything in this room. Oh,
Lick that Switch cartridge.
I've mentally licked everything in this room.
I can't. Okay.
That cat just goes looking it out, just like.
Bro, I don't know if you saw this. I saw an article today about, apparently, I think it's Adidas or something is coming out with a Happy Gilmore collection. And they're coming out with polos, like where you know where the gator is. It's fucking Chubbs teaching Happy how to putt, bro. It's him standing behind him teaching him how to putt, and it's just
I
that
want that.
on the polo. I'm like, that is hilarious, dude. Like, that is awesome. They have
sounds
like cool
hilarious.
shoes and stuff. I was like, that's wild. They just gonna come out with like a golf collection of just Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. I'm surprised it took this long.
20 years later.
Yeah, really.
Hey,
Hey,
hit that nostalgia train, man.
yeah, for
Now all
sure.
the people that grew up with Happy Gilmore are the age where we can buy stupid shit like that.
Dude, our generation, I
Where
feel
they're
like,
old enough to be golfing
Yeah, exactly.
recreationally.
like, I don't feel like our parents experience nostalgia as much as we do. I don't know if it just seems
Oh,
like
no.
people our age are suckers for nostalgia, and I am. Like, everything that reminds me of my childhood, I'm like, yes, I'm into it. I love it. Give me
I
more
would
of it.
disagree.
You
I
disagree?
think because
Everything old that I know is basically from my mom shoving it down my throat because of her nostalgia for it. Like Star Wars. I watched Star Wars not because
Yeah.
they came out. Like I watched that because my mom gave it to me. You know, the Beatles, rock music from before I was born. Like they showed me that stuff. They were like, "Hey, take this," you know.
I think that also has to do with, I mean, the world has changed a lot since we were kids, but I don't think it's as big of a difference as when like our parents were kids. You know, I think the
Yeah.
world drastically changed since they were kids. So I mean, I feel like it's maybe that's where they don't have as much nostalgia. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it just wasn't as fun to remember it.
Cold War.
Parents gave you
I
a
mean,
better.
oh,
I remember
yeah.
just playing kick the rock down the road. There was nothing to do.
Oh, yeah, that was fun. Working on
Walked
a
up
farm when you were
can.
12. Like that's something. to
Played in the
remember.
Hoop and stick.
The hoop and stick. We'd
Yeah, I
go
don't
home,
know.
and at night we'd all sit around the radio.
Like I'm a sucker for nostalgia. Like anything that reminds me, like anything, you know, in late '90s, all that kind of stuff. Like the whole Nickelodeon thing when they brought back, I forget what they called it, but they pretty much brought back all like the old shows at night. Like I was into that. Like
Yeah.
not for long, but you know, I at least
Still.
tuned in just because that kind of stuff is like.
I'm still
Oh.
into it, dude. Like I told you before, like we've been watching all the old shows, man. Like me and Annette are almost done with Roseanne now. Like we've been watching the whole way through Roseanne. During work, I'll be watching like Family Matters in the morning, bro. I'll be watching sitcoms are so
we went
easy
through
to
the
go.
sitcoms, and now Wyatt's like, man, I gotta watch all these.
I've been watching them because they're just so I don't have to pay attention to them as much.
Yeah,
I've been watching Teen Titans. There's my nostalgia in it. Teen Titans.
like the original, like
Yeah, like the original one from our childhood.
yeah.
I found it on
I'd be
Amazon.
popping a couple of them Looney Tunes on HBO Max, bro. They have like all
of
like
them.
20, 30 seasons of just Looney Tunes where it goes back to
Yeah.
like the old black and white is like the first season all the way up to like the newer shit. But like I was watching like the old like Rabbit season, Duck season. They had like the old Foghorn. I watched Foghorn Leghorn last night, bro. That shit's hilarious.
Yeah.
Do you
There's so
guys
many
have a
like
favorite
adult
Looney Tunes
jokes in these
episode?
kid shows.
Do I have a favorite Looney Tunes
Like
episode?
any of the Looney Tunes shorts. Like, do you have any that's your favorite? Because I have one that comes to my mind
Oh
instantly.
man,
One of my favorites is the Barber of Seville.
Barbara Seville is
whenever
funny.
he's like,
Yep,
rubbing-
it's exactly.
he's, like, doing
I think of
Elmer's
Bugs Bunny.
head.
On top of
standing on
Elmer's
his head.
Yep.
That
That is one of the funniest things. I remember seeing that as a kid, and it has just stuck with me ever since.
That,
I
Every
like
like
time
the
it
opera
came
one,
on
bro.
in like the rotation, I was in it.
Where he's got the glove and he's doing this and he takes it off. The opera
Yeah.
one, he's like,
Yep.
he just takes it off.
And then like the one with Elmer where he's like, kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit.
I think that is the opera one.
Is it
yeah.
the same one?
Yeah.
Yeah, then
He's
like
in, like,
Bugs
the
dies
drag.
at the end.
And
And
he
he like
cries.
goes to hell, yeah. It's
I think my
dark.
favorite. I think my favorite is when
It's dark.
Bugs meets Dracula. I think that's the one that always sticks out to me. Is where
Oh,
Bugs
okay.
Bunny meets Dracula. I don't know if that one's as famous as the two you guys said, but that's
I don't
definitely
know,
one of my
man.
favorites.
I don't know what my favorite would be. That's a hard one.
Yeah, that's tough.
Probably like the old school. Like I remember there's a tortoise and the hare one where
Oh,
like
yeah, there is.
I
where
remember that
Bugs
one, yeah.
Bunny is like the bad guy. Where normally
Yeah.
he's like,
Yeah,
oh, he's like fucking with somebody else, you know, but he's like a dick
Yeah, but
against
the
this
tortoise is
tortoise. and
cheating the whole time. He's cheating. He's got like rockets in his shit and stuff. He's just-
Tortoise ends up winning though. There's like a couple of those, man. Those are great. Did you have like a favorite Looney Tunes character?
ooh,
I don't know. I don't think I do.
I always liked Marvin the Martian.
I liked Marvin the Martian. I hate that
Greetings,
fucking-
Earthlings.
I feel like
hate
it's
that
funny that he comes across as a bad guy, but he's just so non-threatening.
yeah,
Like
I always
he
liked-
thinks he's a bad guy, but he's just
yeah.
he's not.
I always like Wile E. Coyote. I think.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Like
Wiley.
him and
I saw a
Red
theory where it
Roadrunner.
was like, mate, does the Roadrunner even acknowledge that Wile E. Coyote's like fucking with him? Like, does he even know this Coyote just keeps following him? Because it seems like most of the time he's just darting
minding
through
his own
areas.
business, just road running, and here comes this coyote. with
Dude,
an
there is an
anvil.
old PS1, maybe PC game with Wile E. Coyote, and it's fucking awesome, dude. It was like a stealth game. It wasn't had nothing to do with the Roadrunner though. Like you were
Oh,
like
really?
hunting sheep, like you were trying to get
Oh,
sheep,
okay.
and that dog with like the red hair, that, like sticks to his
yeah,
eyes,
covered his
he was
eyes.
the other one, and it was a stealth game. I remember I played that shit all the time when I was a kid, dude. Just
I, don't, I
Wile E.
remember the one
Coyote is
Bugs
a
Bunny game
stealth
on
character.
PS1. I forget
What
what
did
it's
you say?
called.
Evan, what'd you say?
Oh, I was just saying, Wile E. Coyote is a stealth character. That's just kind of funny. Like,
Yeah.
he comes
It-
in here like in the Looney Tunes episodes with like rockets, and he's painting rocks and stuff. And like,
Yeah, I'll
now
have to
you're
look
playing
it up,
as
see
a
if I can
stealth
find it.
character. Like, this dude's Acme is #1 customer.
Yeah. He needs to have like a membership card.
He
Well,
probably
Fine
does.
does.
He died, man.
He's got a tab.
He's got a-
I don't know. There's a lot of like I never got into like Tweety Bird and shit. I feel like Tweety Bird was kind of a lame one.
I feel
Just
like
like
that's kind of
Sylvester,
like
though.
a
Sylvester's all right.
Kind of.
I think-
Sylvester was cool.
I think
So that's-
Tweety's
Pepe
supposed
Le
to
Pew
be.
was a little bit too much.
I like Pepe Le Pew. I didn't mind it.
He was
It's
always
fine.
like
He was a little.
Meh, meh, meh.
forward.
Oh, Mosseri.
Yeah, man. Bugs Bunny did some shit back in the day too. It's
Yeah,
all
oh,
back
yeah.
in the day.
What about Speedy Gonzalez? They had
Again.
he's not even around anymore. They had to pull him to.
I like Speedy Gonzalez too, and I actually liked, and more than Speedy Gonzalez, I liked his like brother or nephew, whatever. He was the slow one, Slow Rodriguez or whatever his name was. He's like, and he just kind of like,
Kind of like how Snoopy's cousin is in
Yeah.
Peanuts
yeah,
from like Arizona, from the desert.
yeah, man. He's just like, and just like Speedy. And he's just like,
I don't know, man.
I think if I had to pick a favorite, it might be Roadrunner. I mean, if I had to
Roadrunner.
pick one, I don't know. He's just so
Roadrunner.
chill.
Dope.
He's just minding his own business, and
I never liked Foghorn Leghorn either, to be honest.
Really, I do love Foghorn Leghorn.
It's not that I don't think his jokes are funny. That accent just gets on my nerves.
I think
I
that's
see.
the funniest part, dude. Is because the one I watched the other night. He just says some ridiculous shit.
He does.
And it's like, boy, do you understand what I'm saying to you, boy?
Is it the episode where he's teaching that little chick? Because
Yeah,
that was
I remember
fucking
that one.
When I
funny.
was watching like his dad, like the chicken hawk's dad, comes and like tries to get the hens, and then like Foghorn Leghorn has to whoop his ass, and then like his dad's embarrassed because he's like, "Is that a chicken?" And he's like, "No, that isn't a chicken. That was like," and he names it something else, and then he like keeps coming over and he's like, "Are you a chicken?" He's like, "My dad says you're something. I don't have to worry about you." He's like, "I'm a chicken," and he spends the whole episode trying to prove to him that he is a chicken. He's like, "No, you're not. You're not a chicken."
Oh, you guys remember like the bashful vulture too? I liked him too.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Yeah.
oh,
That was
no,
probably,
no.
I would say, my mom's favorite one. Her favorite scene, I remember she would always sing it. It was when he was bringing home the baby bumblebee.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm
Yo.
bringing home a baby bumblebee.
I just remember the one where they're trying to get him out of the nest.
Nest,
And
that's-
he's just like, no.
No,
And he just like puts his head into it. No.
You guys are unlocking some memories right
Oh
now.
my
Yeah,
God.
for real. And like Droopy Dog,
Oh yeah.
they're going down here. There's some old school shit.
Oh my God, there's
See,
so
I-
many old cartoons. That are
I never
good.
mind Daffy, but Daffy's another character that like he's fine.
Yeah,
Crazy, bro.
He's just like he's the opposite to Bugs Bunny's more
Yeah.
like
he's
like I'm
Bugs
just
and
fucking with you.
spoil, and that's what he does.
There's an episode with Daffy that's pretty funny where it's like they're announcing that America's going to war. And he's like, yeah, he's rooting for the troops, and he's like acting, he's pretending like he's fighting all this, and then he gets a call saying that like the draft man's coming, and he's like, the whole episode is him freaking out because he's gonna have to go to war, and he's like, the draft, and then you just see like this little like tiny dude with like the draft letter like chasing him around the house the whole episode. He's like, I don't want to go.
Oh my God, that was
Yeah,
probably
that episode,
controversial
dude.
back then.
No, it wasn't. Probably it wasn't controversial. back
Dude,
then.
Looney Tunes has
It
some
was a
like
cartoon.
dark humor.
No,
for
but I
kids,
mean, like,
man.
back then it was like it was prideful. Like you took that draft like a man. You went to war
Yeah, but
like
I-
a man and
I
died.
think that was the joke of
But
it.
that's
That was
what I
the
mean,
point
yeah,
of
like-
it, though.
Yeah, it was the joke, and people could laugh and then move on with life. But oh shit, never mind. I remembered one now. The draft,
And
yeah,
it's
so-
gone.
Yeah, it is-
classic man.
I always like Looney Tunes better than like the Mickey Mouse shit.
Yeah,
I like Mickey Mouse too.
I never got
That's
into the
fine,
old
even.
ones, but I don't know if you guys have ever seen the newer ones. Like,
No.
oh, dude, they are actually kind of funny because they air them on Disney Channel, which of course I have kids, so Disney Channel's on a lot. But
Yeah.
they're not like, I would say they're pushing PG, and for Disney Channel that's pretty
Yeah.
big. Like there was one episode where they're in Mexico, I believe. It might be Spain. I can't remember exactly. But anyway, because they were speaking Spanish the entire episode. But Mickey turns in, like they're being attacked by these piñatas, and Mickey like blindfolds himself and then just like slices all these piñatas in half. And they're like sentient beings. Like they're not like they're piñatas that are actually attacking him, and he just like murders them straight
When
up.
I was a
murders
kid, I
them.
always liked the Disney's Villain Club or whatever it was, and like all the villains got together and they all had like dinner parties and shit. I always
I don't even know
always
that,
like that.
man.
Yeah,
The only
remember
like
that, yeah.
Mickey Mouse thing I really remember watching from my childhood was Mickey and the Beanstalk. I don't know if you ever
Yeah.
watched it. And it was bro, and it
Fantasia.
has one of the scary Fantasia. But I mean that's like more than just Mickey Mouse. That's some like wild, like crazy
That's
shit.
awesome. I love
Fantasia.
Fantasia.
Oh yeah, that's some trippy shit. But Mickey and the Beanstalk was like the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, just
Yeah.
with Mickey and Donald and Goofy, and they just lived in that like old ass like broken down hut. And then they're like, how the story is, they're like starving for food and all this, and it has like a nightmare sequence in it, bro, where like they're down to like their last bean, and they like slice it in like 3 little slices, and it's like paper thin that they have to eat. And they look out, and there's like a skinny cow out in the distance, and they look back, and Donald's gone. And they look at the wall, and there's a blank imprint of where the axe was, and then it just cuts to Donald walking towards the cow, and just like, come here. And like right when he's about to attack, bro, like you see his eyes like going crazy, and they're like holding him back from trying to kill this cow. Bro, it's like creepy for a kid.
Was
like,
it like
it's
Clarabelle? Was
nightmare
it
fuel.
like a real character cow, or was it just an actual cow?
No, Disney don't give a
Oh
shit,
no, it
man.
was just like a cow.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's
Yeah,
It wasn't.
just like
It
a
wasn't Goofy's wife, Claire
that's,
Beth.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like was it just like
But, bro,
Clarabelle,
it's-
but just not with a name?
It's hilarious though. But as a kid, like I feel like it's a little too much for a kid. Like it's dark.
Yeah,
We're like, Donald, don't. And he's just like out there. He's like, come here, cow.
they got some good ones. Like even Disney cartoons, I remember a few good ones.
I just don't remember too many of them.
Because I
Like,
remember the one where it
cartoons, like,
was
shorts.
the Three Musketeers. I remember pretty well.
I have that book like right behind.
I mean,
they-
the Three Musketeers I remember is like Tom and Jerry.
oh my god,
like the little mouse.
yeah.
Yeah,
Touche, pussycat.
Touche, pussycat.
Tom and Jerry's better than Disney for sure. Tom and Jerry might be better than Looney Tunes. I love Tom and Jerry.
I
Tom and
might rank
Jerry's
Tom and
good.
Jerry above Looney Tunes as well.
Tom
man.
and
I love
Jerry's
some
fun.
J.
Yeah, man, that shit's funny.
That shit is
That is probably one of my
hilarious.
most memorable episodes of Tom and Jerry too. It's just that whole episode, like Jerry's getting all pissed because this little mouse is like, oh my god, dude, I love that episode.
My favorite's the one with the uncle, bro, where the uncle's playing the guitar and he keeps snapping the string and he has to rip one of Tom's
Rips one of
whiskers
Tom's
off.
whiskers.
And like every time, like Tom, that's an episode where Tom's just chilling, bro. Tom's just chilling, doing his thing, and you just hear like him singing, and you just hear the guitar string snap, and Tom's like starts freaking out. He's like, "Oh, there, broke the string there, nephew. You gotta go get another one."
It's too violent.
But yo, Tom getting whacked is never gonna get old, dude.
No,
Just
man.
like where he just that scream that he like all the screams. There's like 4 different screams
There's
that he
a
has,
lot.
and they're all equally hilarious.
I've even got some dark episodes too. The episode where they commit suicide is pretty fucking dark.
Oh yeah, man.
I don't
And they
remember
just
that.
sit on. They just like
Oh.
both give up and they sit on the train tracks and they just wait for the train to come.
They were chasing after. It was like the little white mouse,
I'm not sure.
or was it a
To be
white
honest
cat?
with you,
I feel like
I
there was
really
a
just know
girl
the end of it.
involved.
the girl cat is.
Yeah.
Tom's always.
That
abusive.
I remember the one with the big bulldog and the little cat that he takes care of, and he puts it on his back, and then like he takes it into the house where the cat's not supposed to be. Like he brings it home, and then like the cat just ends up getting into shit, and he thinks something's gonna happen. Like he ends up like the cat ends up like getting into some flour, and then like the like the lady that you never see, you only see from like the bottom half, like because it's
Yeah.
cartoon or shit, but like. The lady's making a cake and she ends up pouring the flour into something and start mixing it. And the dog's watching and he's like sweating and he's so scared. Yeah, he has like that face where he's like thinking the cat's dying. And then at the very end, like the lady's done making these cookies and she hands him a cat shaped cookie. And he thinks that this cat is like made out of the cookie's made out of this little cat that he brought home, and he puts it on his back and just crawls over and
Oh my
lays down.
God.
And it's so sad, dude. And he's sitting there crying with this cookie on his back, and then like the little cat just walks up to him and meows, and then he just starts freaking like he's happy and shit. But I was
Yeah.
like, this is dark for a kid to watch, dude. Like, just gives him this little cat cookies. Oh my god, dude.
Freaking Tom and Jerry. Yeah, I would say Tom and Jerry's better than Disney. I think I
See,
just remember Tom and Jerry more than Looney Tunes because my mom watched Tom and Jerry a ton. Like,
You'll
that was
watch Tom and
always
Jerry.
on in my house. Cartoon
Yeah,
Network was
Alex
always
used to
on.
watch Tom and Jerry
Mhm.
like on the weeks he would stay over at the crib way
Tom and
back
Jerry's
when.
funny, man.
Wake up early in the morning and watch Tom and Jerry. It's hilarious, man.
It
But
is.
did you have anything else, Evan? I know you said you had a lot.
I had like a hypothetical question I was gonna ask you.
Hypo.
Yeah, kind of. So it all started with I had a dream, all right? And
Like Martin Luther King?
no, it wasn't
Yeah,
that
man.
profound. I had a dream that me and Brittany, so for whatever reason, I don't know, it was a dream. And I don't get vivid dreams too often. So just the fact that I remembered it was kind of weird. But so the gist of the dream was she, for whatever reason, I don't know, she ended up being gay. Like during our relationship, like she discovered that she was gay. All right. And in the dream, we became like the best of friends. We were still like really good friends, but obviously not together anymore. So anyway, we started talking about it, and she thought that if that were to actually happen, she doesn't know if she could actually stay friends with me due to her feelings for me that were like not just friendship. So I guess I was just thinking, if in whatever hypothetical situation happened, if that happened to you, how do you think you would react to that? Like,
Specifically, if they were like just gay, or
not like you met them and they were gay. I mean, like you have been in a committed relationship with this person, and they have now discovered that for whatever reason, I don't know, like some sort of realization. That's the irrelevant part of it. Like
I think. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead. I just, I think I could, but I can see the other side of it where, you've put in time and effort into this, like a loving, physical relationship, and now all of a sudden, that person doesn't want that. I get that. I get that side of it.
I think it depends on how they went out. Like, here's my thing. I think it's hard to just wake up, especially in your scenario where you're married and stuff, to just wake up and be like, oh, like I'm gay now, I'm going to be with women. I feel like she'd have to have some kind of
like a hunch beforehand.
Well, an experimental that she would have to confirm it. And then it's just cheating to me, and I don't want to be friends anyways. Like, you cheated on me anyways. I don't want to be your friend. Guy, totally, girl, I don't care,
In this hypothetical like dream, that didn't happen. So obviously, if cheating were to occur, straight, gay, whatever,
it don't matter to me. Like, I'm not your friend anymore. I could be your friend. I'm friends with other exes. So I don't see why I couldn't be friends with them. Like, if they like, I have like me and Danny are friends still. Like, we talk to each other sometimes. Like, is our relationship anywhere close to the level? And not even just like like intimate stuff, but like even like the friendly stuff of when we were in a relationship. Like, no, we're never going to be that level again. But, we're friendly to each other. Like, I still enjoy her. Like, she's still a good person. But, no, I'd be fine. I wouldn't care.
I guess I just think, cool like,
if that in that certain circumstance, I would be cool with it.
Yeah, I'm imagining. I mean, in my dream, it wasn't like I found someone else. It was just more of like it happened.
Yeah,
and then
it was an epiphany.
Yeah, we just kind of moved on like that, like a kind of jump cut. So I don't know what happened in between, but
I think because the gay thing means so little to me. I don't care if it's with a guy or a girl. I mean, I think the question really flips to, like, especially with you and Brittany, like, if you guys were to break up, could you be co-parents? Like,
I think
she got a new man, she got a new life, and you got a new girl and a new life. Could you guys be grown up enough to come together and be like, you know what? We're going to be co-parents. We're still both these children's parents. Let's just get along and be friends till then,
Sorry, the cat just jumped up on my table here.
That's almost happening.
This cat, man. But no, I think I could definitely. I mean, barring a terrible divorce / breakup, like other than something that completely broke my heart that would make me want to actually hate them, which for me is hard because I'm a pretty docile person. Like,
sure, I mean, but giving the parameters you set, like, it's hard to like. But you're right. Now, say you guys got divorced, even if there was no cheating, and she was a fucking stone cold bitch and took you for everything you got, like took the car, took the house, took custody of the kids. Then you might hate her, even if she didn't cheat. You'd be like, fuck you. Like,
but see,
I don't like
like I would like to think that we both would be amicable about it, regardless. I mean, but I also don't see us ever splitting unless something major happened that would probably inevitably cause one of us to hate the other one. So, but
can I turn your question?
What's that?
So say Brittany wakes up and she's gay,
okay,
but she's still wants to be with you.
Yes.
She's like a throuple situation. Are you down for that?
No.
I'm not either, man.
Hey, if you're into it, that's cool. I am a monogamous person, so
no sharesies.
My issue with that is, and I've heard of that, like, or even like an open relationship. My thing would be, I feel like it's very hard to not have jealousy come into the picture, where even if one person starts spending a little bit of time with the other person, I feel like it's almost inevitable that there's going to be some sort of like bad blood somewhere that's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm
So
with you, and I don't
I
even care if it's a girl.
oh yeah,
Beyond
that
beyond the hey, this is kind of hot. Like after that first initial like, oh, all right, then you're just like, no, wait a second, you're my best friend. Like, what are you doing? We're supposed to stay up
yeah.
and watch crappy movies and eat stupid food and stuff like that. Like I'm with you. I couldn't do it either.
Like I just think I'd be at work and then the other two would be at home, and it's just like, man, I'm missing out at this, and then the other person would probably also feel that
Yeah.
down the road, and it just I feel like that just opens a lot of doors to problems. So
Again, I'm
but if you
down
can
for
make it
anybody.
work, great. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
good for you. But
Yeah, I'm not into
not
it
for
either.
me. No, definitely not for me. I would even go as far to say, even like, I mean, this is again, if you did, you did, and if you're cool with it, that's fine. But like even like a one-time thing, I just feel like it would just be extremely hard to not have any sort of like jealousy,
I could do
even
it
if you
with
didn't, like even if you wanted
with
jealous
somebody. Yeah, I could do it with somebody I don't care about, but
okay,
somebody that I
yeah.
do care about, like
It would
in the
have to be a
relationships we're
rando,
currently.
yeah.
It'd have to be two randos almost, like
So Alex is like, oh no, like so you couldn't bring in a third random person. It would have to be like you couldn't be with Marissa. It'd have to be like you and two other random people that don't know each other.
yeah. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
Let's say it's a girl, it's me, two girls, and Marissa's one of them.
Okay.
I can compartmentalize enough where I'm like, you know what, this is cool, whatever. Marissa's down for it because I'm not worried that she's gay. But if you do that, you open the door that it has to go the other way too. Then, like you have to be okay. And I'm not okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm so not okay. And not just not okay with the guy being there. Like I'm not that homophobic or anything. I just am not okay sharing Marissa.
Yeah.
So like, I know that's like, she's your property, but that's not what I
Well,
mean. Like
I mean, if
I'm just not even opening the door because I'd be too jealous for it. I'd be pissy. I'd be like, no.
Alex would be grumpy the whole time. He'll just be like,
I'll do it,
I'm
but
not
I'm not
doing
gonna, I'm
this.
gonna complain the whole time.
I'll do it
That was a good
because I love you, but
callback.
I'm gonna hate it.
I'm gonna hate it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that went on a tangent I didn't expect, but
That went to a
That
whole
went
other
totally-
Reach into the after hours one.
we kind of did. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about it. I mean, I get both sides of
Yeah, no,
I
I'm
think
not
it
against.
would also depend on the
not personally.
relationship beforehand. Like, I feel like truly, if me and Brittany met each other, not romantically, like say we never met and then we met today, I think we'd still be really good friends. So, I mean, that's why I see it that way. But I also get like, if you truly love them as more than just friends, it'd be kind of hard to put those feelings aside just for the sake of friendship. Because
Yeah.
friendships do die for that reason. So
And
I
some
get
people
it.
just really aren't the jealous type of people,
Mhm.
Like that's. I'm not saying it like it's a do all die all. Like if you can do a couple relationship like that and be like that, and you're not that kind of person, good for you, man. Like, just not. Some people can't, some people can. So that's a hard question. That's definitely a personal question where I don't mind what people do, but
Yeah.
like, well, my opinion, that's what I would do.
Interesting. Any other comments on that weird ass question?
Nah, man, I'm good on that one.
Why it's like no, I'm staying away
Mhm.
from that.
Nothing to add.
It's like I'm gonna invoke my Fifth Amendment right here.
I plead the fifth.
Oh man, I got nothing else though. That was it. I wanted to
Good
save
rap.
those though for you, Alex. I was gonna actually ask them both last week, but I was like, oh, I feel like that's just more of like a group discussion kind of thing. So
It's all about whatever, man.
Sure, man.
World's all a bunch of opinions floating around.
what the hell,
I think I got ghosts.
dude? I got stuff going on.
You got ghosts. There's
got-
owls and
what is
Mike up here.
My 2-year-old was just standing at the door crying, like, but not
Did
crying.
you see
crying.
my kid behind me?
I
Like,
did
doing
earlier. Yeah, he
podcasts?
kind of
Yeah.
creeped in from your background.
Dude, he scared me. I was like, what?
What was that behind me?
It's weird. I told you guys. Now I'm like down in the basement.
Yeah.
You know, like it's weirder down here.
Do you need
It's
a
quiet.
dream catcher or something,
It's-
Alex, to ward off the
it's-
spirits?
It's scary down here, dude. I'm doing my first shoot for Tap That in the new studio Saturday.
Nice.
Super excited, man.
I bet.
Like static about it. I've been like sleeping, like thinking about it. Like, man, we're just gonna do the same bullshit, sit here and drink and bullshit. But like,
Like now
It's
you
in
have an
the
official
studio.
area to do it in.
got a space, dude.
You don't have to mess up your whole kitchen for a day.
Yeah, man. I'm excited for you guys to come over and do an in-person podcast. I'd like to set that up ASAP.
For sure.
I
We're
would.
just gonna
Yeah.
have to. Someone's gonna have to come over and kind of. I'm not quite sure how it's gonna work. You know.
I got this. We'll figure it out.
I got sick of the
Hacker
bad
Man
internet too.
will
I
Tell
brought
us what we all need.
my router down here too because I was sick of the fucking spotty ass.
Hey,
So now
no
next
one
time we
else
play
gets the
Place-
internet. I get it all.
We'll make it work though, because I would love to have an in-person podcast, especially for like the anniversary of starting the podcast. That'd be a good occasion to do it.
Honestly, I think we just need 2 mics, 2 cameras, and flipping it back and forth. I think we can make it work easily. Have 2 people
mean,
set
you
up
guys have-
on.
You guys have
Yeah.
laptops still, you know.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, we'll set up on. Yeah, I got this. I can
Like,
do this. We got
You
it.
can have like almost 6 different camera angles because you have 2
Well,
cameras.
We would need
all
6
4 of your-
cameras. You know,
yeah,
that
all
would be
4
the
of your
problem.
mic things. My computer's the only one that's probably not going to move too far. I mean, I guess.
Alex just moving his.
Yeah.
Big
Big
ass
ass HP all in one.
Is this good?
Good.
Is this good?
Like half of my screens in like your like cut versions. I was like, what do you want to do with it, man?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely down for that. So
Let's start planning that for maybe the 1-year anniversary. That's in a few weeks, you know.
yeah,
man.
I'm going to the beach the 23rd, that weekend. So I'm good any other weekend before that. I mean, I got stuff
Okay.
going on, but I can probably work around it. So
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can come Saturday, and even if Vernon's got Kai, you can bring him. He can play with Tyler upstairs. Like, don't bother me
just
for an
throw
hour.
the kids upstairs, lock them in a room, have some
Kids,
fun.
stay up here.
Man, I'm in the basement. I'm the one banished. It's not like I like threw him in an attic. Like there's a whole 2
You have
other
the whole rest of the
floors.
house. I'm going to the
There's
basement.
2 other floors up there. Bedrooms and 2 TV, 3
Stay off the
TVs,
stairs.
PlayStations. They'll be fine. Bathrooms,
Stairs.
kitchens.
Yeah, they got a bathroom. They're good.
I'm gonna pin that Goosebump book, Stay Out of the Basement, right to the door. Stay out of the basement.
You need a light that says like recording or not recording. You know, where like it turns on red
Live.
when it's recording.
Yeah.
You should get one, man. That'd be cool.
Just for the
Hang it over
novelty
door,
of it, even if you
like,
don't use
just
it.
Turn it on when you go downstairs.
It'd be cool,
That'd be
man.
dope.
Alex is like, I do need that.
I'm actually.
That'd be cool to get one of them bitches, put it in the middle of the table while we're doing the podcast. Do like have like a live recording or something. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
man.
Now live, and then we just need like an applause one.
Yeah.
But
That'd be
Alright,
something
well.
weird to do it for an episode. Is like add like laugh tracks on like some weird like if we did one near like April Fool's Day or something. Add like a laugh track to the podcast.
Can it be
every
us
joke
laughing?
someone
Someone like we'll
shares.
all record us laughing and then just fucking like that's the laugh track.
one of us needs to have like this super loud cackle that stands out that you can hear it. You know exactly what I mean. Oh my
That'd be
god.
awesome, man.
I actually love that about laugh tracks. Like I don't like laugh tracks at all. Don't get me wrong. I don't like them on newer shows. I can tolerate them on older ones.
Show has to be good, man.
Yeah.
I've noticed that watching all these damn sitcoms. I've noticed that if the sitcom's good, you won't even
you don't
even
notice
the
it because
laugh
you're
track.
laughing along with it.
Yeah, you won't even notice a laugh track if the show's good enough.
I don't mind laugh tracks. It's fine. I know it
Depends,
was like
man.
a
a bad
big
show.
deal,
You'll
like-
just be like, ugh. They're just telling me when
They're
to
telling
laugh.
me
and
when
it's
to
not
laugh.
funny.
That's not
I know it was
funny.
a big deal with like Big Bang.
Why are these people laughing? That's not funny.
Yeah, like I know. Yeah, I think I know what Alex was just about to say with the Big Bang Theory. There's like videos online that they remove the laugh track, and it's not funny.
It's not funny at all.
Is
They're
that where
telling
you're
you-
going with that, Alex?
What? I'm sorry. I was
No,
yelling at
that's
people.
okay. Like with the Big Bang Theory, there's those videos where they remove the laugh track,
Yeah.
and it's just
I I think Big Bang's fine. I thought it's funny with or that. Some. I agree with you. They say stuff and you're. Here's the problem. You take one of those jokes at the Big Bang Theory and you isolate it. Like, yeah, it's not funny. There's no build up to it, you know? Like, that's the same with any joke. If I just tell you the punchline, you're not going to get it. It's a half an hour show, you know? It's a character develop. I don't know. I think the Big Bang's fine.
It's like
not
Jeopardy where they just gave you the answer.
Well, I don't know. Like,
They skipped right to the answer. You guessed
you
the
have to figure
question.
out the question.
the question is the answer. What is?
Well,
What
yeah,
they have to answer in
I'm
the form
saying
of a
like
question?
that. The hint is the answer. It's confusing, man. If you show Jeopardy to an outsider and try to explain them the rules without watching it, they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Like you have to answer it in a question.
They give
Like,
you
no.
the answer for the question, and you gotta figure out the question. It's like, what are you talking about?
Imagine
What kind
one
of
day on
ass
Jeopardy, like
How did they
The-
approve this?
the answer is just the meaning of life.
What is the meaning of life?
What
See,
is
you'd
the
have been booed right there, man? I've seen Jeopardy episodes where they
No
don't
wrong
get it
answers here,
correct
guys.
because they don't say like what is or it
Yeah.
like they don't.
They are
press-
meticulous,
Yeah.
or if they
Like-
mispronounce it sometimes.
Yeah.
I've
fuck
heard
you.
that. Like
Like, oh, sorry.
Alex
Can't do
Trebek
it.
is just like, oh no, sorry, dude. Like,
We'll
it's
go to the judges on this one.
Leviosa.
No.
Leviosa. Fuck you,
Yeah,
Harry.
Alex Trebek. That dude, I don't know how he did it. He was pronouncing all these crazy things all these years. First, like it seemed like first try. He's just like speaking different languages. Like Alex Trebek, he's been around the world. This dude knows a thing or two. Now it's
doing
Rest-
it.
rest his
Aaron
soul.
Rodgers, LeVar Burton.
I hope it's LeVar Burton.
I hope it's Aaron Rodgers.
Well, good. I can continue to not watch
And I hope
Jeopardy.
he grows that big ass mustache that he has in those pictures, the handlebar one
Do you guys
that he always
see?
has going into the season.
You guys see
I
on
hope he leaves
Facebook,
Green
like,
Bay so I can start liking him.
there's like a thing going around, like it's not having a mustache and a beard; it's having two mustaches. You guys
I have
that?
seen that. Marissa actually just sent that to me like 20
Yeah.
minutes ago.
What the hell is up
Mustache?
with that? Yeah,
Like
so
a
like
mustache.
you
and
grow a mustache. I saw one that the guy had two handlebars. One went here, and the other one went down here, and
Dope.
it
I hope it
I
comes
feel
back.
like if you do that, you have to have a mullet, bro.
I probably
Not
most
a
of them
fool
did.
to
If
me.
I just didn't look, I was more interested in the two
I don't
mustaches.
think you're pulling that look off without a mullet.
But like there was a guy that had like the classic villain mustache, but then he had another one right underneath it.
Oh, he should have tilted that one down like bat wings.
What? Like,
One of
perfect
us should do
symmetry.
that. Just grow a big old mustache and just twist that shit, like hit that mustache wax.
I don't grow
Pretty much.
hair right here. That's my problem.
You grow better hair than me and Vernon right there.
I guess.
I don't grow like Andy there.
I gotta shave my neck. My neck needs. I'm getting a neck beard. I'm about
Even
to fit
Wyatt's
in.
got a Wyatt. It's been a while since I've seen you with a beard, man. Coming
Yeah,
in, it's coming in
Since
okay.
quarantine. I
Coming-
told Annette it's 28 years, and I'm finally getting a thick beard on my cheeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's coming in. You're
It's
using
coming
a
in thick now.
Yeah.
I used to
Look at
shave
you.
my
Only-
cheeks
only
a lot.
28 years.
Yeah. Oh well, man. Better late than never, right?
Better late than never. I can finally have a beard. It's like I always think, dude, I don't know why, but you know, I always think about whenever we talked. It was like in high school when we talked about having like the high school for like heroes that we came up with, like a TV show concept, and we talked about like He-Man would be in there, and then it's like Skeletor is like, why does he get all the power? And I can just imagine like me watching you guys be able to grow like full healthy beards, and I'm like, why did they get the grow?
Skeletor's face?
Why did
like-
they get to have it?
Why did they
I
get the
can't-
beard? Yeah, that was a
I-
funny show idea.
It was where you just put like all these like cartoon heroes or whatever, just like
Yeah,
A high school version.
in high school. I'm
all
not
of
even gonna
them
make them
together,
high
like,
school.
all these different show characters together.
in like one school.
And like He-Man was like the jock that would bully like Skeletor, and he's like, why does he get all the power?
Yep.
That was like the one joke we wrote for the show, and it's stuck
We
in
love
my head till this day.
love it.
That would have
Love
been the
that show.
apex of the show, though. You got to save it for like the second or third season
Had
at
to
least.
build off.
No way, man. It'd been the end of the credits.
Of the
It'd been
first
Skeletor
episode.
in a trash can, just like, why does he get the power?
I don't
No,
like
it'd been the end of like
that's
the theme
like-
song.
That's like Urkel's. Can I do that? It's just
Yeah.
like, why does he get all the power?
So when your
He-Man's line is,
fictional,
"I have the power."
so in your
Yeah.
fictional high school for heroes, Skeletor is Steve Urkel, because I'm with it.
I feel like Skeletor is like the outcast kind. I don't know if he's the nerd because
Yeah,
I
man,
don't see Skeletor as like that much of a genius.
He's just getting bullied by
He's just
like,
pure
yeah.
evil.
and like it's not even like He-Man's gonna be a dick to him, dude. It's just like He-Man like gets the girl that he likes, you know.
Yeah.
Like He-Man gets picked
He's
first
like
in
the
gym
captain
class.
of the football team
Yeah.
or whatever. I don't know.
Scooby-Doo and fucking Shaggy are getting high.
They keep
Like they're
telling him like you can't be bringing your dog to school, and he's like, "Well, hey man, it's all right." He's like, he can talk. He's like a person.
Or I'm gonna make him like, I'll make Shaggy like a real straight laced kind of dude, man. Just
He's
like
not yet. He's not like Shaggy.
Yeah.
He's
he'll
talking
develop
proper
into
in
this.
high school. He's
Yeah.
hey, this is my dog Scooby.
What was
My name's-
Shaggy's real
my
name
name-
again?
I think it's Orville.
Yeah,
Orville-
he's still
Orville
Orville.
Rogers
He's not
or something.
Shaggy.
Yeah, Orville Rogers. Like my name's Orville Rogers.
Then you have like the Thundercats. I'd imagine that would be in high school or something.
they're the
I don't know what
gymnasts.
they're like the gym guy. Yeah,
The
the wrestling
like,
team, Lino and the other dude.
this is a funny show. I'm telling you guys.
It is a funny show. We should pitch it to like Adult Swim or like Cartoon Network or
Fuck
something.
yeah, it's got to be like
That
Cartoon
also
Network,
sounds
you
like
gotta
a
get like
licensing
all.
nightmare, by the way.
No, 'cause
Yeah.
you can just do almost every character we named right there is a Hanna-Barbera creation.
That's
Almost
true.
every single.
Like how like Birdman, Turning
Yeah.
It Law, did
Space
like
Ghost,
all-
Coast to Coast.
Space Ghost, yeah.
Yeah, they used to get all kinds of guests on that shit.
But,
you
like
know?
all those cartoon characters in a high school. I would prefer it to be on Adult Swim because then we could get away with some shit.
Hell yeah!
Awesome.
Oh yeah, this is never
I'm
a
not
serious. shit.
We can figure something out.
Pitch it. Adult Swim.
Yeah, contact us. Hit us up.
Hit us up. We got ideas. We got one joke for you.
We got one joke and a broad concept that we're
Yeah.
willing to negotiate with. We're willing to work with.
that they'll buy it. Easy.
Dude, I've watched shows about fucking talking ass that was a detective. And they're gonna buy my show. Like, come on. That's gonna be my pitch meeting too. Like, who's the dude who approved that show? I'd like to talk to him. He just comes in and he's like, "Oh, that's Jeremy, man. That's the boss's nephew. That one. I want to talk to Jeremy.
I want to talk to him.
I'd like to speak
think
to
he'll love
Jeremy,
my idea.
please.
We can't fire him, man. He's the boss's like, he's Mr. Swim's nephew, and
Mr. Swim is the president of Adult Swim named Mr. Swim.
this is all a joke on everybody. His name's really Adult Swim.
Cousins was Mr.
It has
Network,
nothing to
Cartoon
do
Network.
with, it's adult time. All the kids get out of the pool. No, his name is Swim. That's
His
the,
name's Mr. Swim,
and he's an adult, so
and
It
he'll be the
was-
principal.
it was just a
Of the
big
high school.
misunderstanding here.
He's the
I
principal.
remember back around like when Adult Swim like first came on, bro. Whenever it was like they based it off of like the Adult Swim hour.
Yeah,
at,
there were
like, a
like
that's
old
what it was.
people
It was
just
a joke.
floating in the pool.
and you would see like Adult Swim with like the water floating and stuff. Yeah,
They
And
were
then they're
just
back
like,
when
"Fuck
they
it,
would
let's
show,
throw random noise
Family
at him."
Guy every night, like old ass episodes of Family Guy, and then like anime the rest of the night.
I was gonna say that Adult Swim is where I first saw uncut Dragon Ball, and I'm like, I've been missing out.
Like Lupin the Third used to come on, Inuyasha,
all the good shit.
all the good shit. Man.
I remember
So it
I
was
was
like-
at my grandma's house when they aired. I was watching it because I was excited. I'm like, all right, Dragon Ball's on. And it was the episode where Piccolo kills Goku and Raditz. So it is
Oh,
just like, bleh, like blood
Yeah.
everywhere.
Blood
And I'm
everywhere.
just like, this is badass.
I remember staying up. Like I remember I was supposed to be in bed, but I would stay up and like watch it. And I remember it'd be like 2 hours of Family Guy, and then like an episode of Aqua Teen, and then right into the anime. And I would shut it off when I got to the anime, pretty much when I was a kid.
Oh no, I love the anime. I remember specifically for Lupin the Third, I had to stay up till like 3 a.m. Like that's
Yeah.
when Lupin came on, and like it was the show I wanted to watch, and I was just like,
The one I wanted to stay up for was Yu Yu Hakusho. That was the one
Oh,
I
I
would,
love
I would
Yu Yu.
try
I
to stay up for
remember that.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
dude, I haven't thought about the Yu Yu Hakusho. And
That's an
when we
anime
had
I
like
wanna
the
rewatch.
finger gun, right?
Yeah, Spirit Gun. Yeah.
Okay, you can call it what you want, but
And then
It
they
was-
started like just
Bang, bang.
making ridiculous content on Adult Swim. That's when they started like, all right, let's just branch off and make ridiculous ass content.
That's
Yeah, really.
that's because of Aqua Team Hunger Force. That's when
Pretty
like
much,
Squid
yeah.
Billy,
Exactly.
Super
But they
Jail.
had, they also had, oh my God, Super Jail was wild.
Dude, it's like
Quentin got me into that.
that's not the classic Adult
It's a
Swim though.
badass acid trip.
Yeah,
But yeah, like I
Adult-
remember like Space Ghost was like one of the
that's
Yeah.
more classic Adult Swim to me. Is
Yeah.
like Space Ghost and Venture Brothers and
Venture
like
Brothers.
that was the kind of shit that-
Birdman.
yeah, that's
Home
the
movies.
kind of shit.
Remember home
Home
movies?
movies.
Yes.
This
That had Bob in it.
terrible, like
The
squiggly
worst
animation
animation of any show I've ever seen, but it was funny.
and
as hell.
dry ass humor.
That was funny.
That was a gem in the rough, that's for sure.
That has Bob's
It
and Bob's
does.
Burgers.
Yeah, John H. Benjamin.
Yeah.
Where's my Bob's Burgers fucking home movies crossover, man? We got an
Sure.
Archer one. Let's
Yeah.
get it fucking
They
Bob
should
just
do
needs
that.
to become like a gym coach or something for one
Shit.
episode.
and just those three characters. I think his name is Brendan. Why do
Brendan,
I
it's
know
definitely
that?
Brendan. Yeah, you're right.
Like,
I
I
don't
don't know
remember
why.
anyone
Yeah.
else, but
But-
because the character that John H. Benjamin would play, he would. Is it H.
Brendan.
John Benjamin or Johnny? It's H.
John
John
H.
Benjamin.
Think-
Yeah.
Yeah, some one of
Oh,
those
whatever.
two.
Anyway, he would say Brendan a lot. I remember him saying it often.
Brendan.
But yeah. That was a weird
He's
show.
just like, ah!
That is a weird show.
He was like a soccer coach.
Yeah. That was a weird.
Fuck, man. You guys
It
are
was a
unlocking
really
some
weird
That's
show.
when you turn
memories.
something on at night and you're just like, what the fuck am I watching, dude? Like,
It was either that or you're watching Nick at Night or one of those just, those channels that just has infomercials
or you
and
left it on Spike TV and you wake
paid
up
for
at
like
2 in to either Girls Gone
watching
Wild or some Blender infomercial. Yeah.
Billy Mays. Pop-
Oh, Billy Mays, man.
Billy Mays show.
Billy Mays here. Another fantastic product.
Product.
OxyClean, man. OxyClean's freaking great.
That just
Don't
makes
use
me
it.
think of fucking
Slap
what
shot.
was that? No, it makes me think of Djibouti Dubs.
Djibouti Dubs.
Yeah, man, that's what Billy Mays
Yeah,
here makes
Billy
me think
Mays
of
here,
every
another
time.
That was the shit in high school, man.
Yeah.
Old,
Fat ass
I wonder if he
broke a
still
chair,
makes
fat
videos.
ass fixed a chair. He does still make videos.
I know he had that like dub of the Batman cartoon. It's hilarious.
Oh
dude.
my god, it's so funny.
Where it's like they're chasing the scarecrow. He's like, fuck, 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 fuck. And then like,
your parents?
you see Batman running across the rooftops, and he's like humming the theme song. It's like, do, 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 do.
It was funny, dude.
Oh my
It is,
God.
dude. He had some great
Oh,
shit.
dude, Gundam Wing too. Oh, I
Gundam.
love that.
Gundam, yeah.
There were
Oh.
so many good shows.
And then I remember like early in the morning, like when I would wake up on Cartoon Network, they had like Zoids or whatever it was called.
No, I
that
know what
type
you
of
mean. Yeah. I remember that stuff.
What was that? What was the show where it was like? I have no idea what the name of it was, but it was like they all had like mech like cats, like jaguars and shit, and it was like a bunch of them had like these like robot like cat vehicles. They would- I don't remember what it was called.
I know
but I remember
exactly what
watching
you're
it.
talking about, but I do not remember it.
What was it? It's like
If anybody knows, leave a comment of what it is. 'Cause
Yeah.
I can only remember the show itself. I have no idea what it was called.
I remember. You know, it was a really good. It wasn't on Adult Swim, but it was like one of the shows that was always on first thing in the morning. Was Captain Planet.
That
That shit
Captain
was on
Planet
at
was
like
always
6
on.
a.m. every morning. Like,
hero.
Take pollution down to zero.
Captain Planet was ahead of his time, man. Where is Captain Planet right now?
Captain Planet should have been remade and should be on TV now.
I'm surprised that no one has picked him up yet. Like, come on.
Dude, it's because Captain
and then
Planet's
the
sick of
dude
the
that
world.
calls them to like, hey, like you know how like Charlie's Angels had Bosley that would phone him in and tell him the mission. It should be Al Gore, and then Al Gore is gonna be like, Captain Planet, there's
It's
a
I'm
Gaia.
super cereal. We
Are
have
you going to
pollution
replace
going on.
Gaia with Al Gore? Gaia's who gives him the mission. She's like that chick in the purple dress.
Oh yeah.
but it should be Al Gore because of global warming and like update it.
Are we going to compare Al Gore to Mother Earth? I mean, because
Hey, you can have. Why not have both?
Listen, I'm telling you, Captain Planet gave up on us. He's like, you know what? I tried. They just kept
that's
doing
exactly what happened.
And look
Fuck
what
'em.
you guys did.
it. Yeah. Fuck
He's
it.
like, I put
If
my
they redid
life on the
Captain
line
Planet-
for you.
Genius
He just-
idea. Since the world has let, since the people have let the world turn to shit, pretty much the environment sucks. The reboot should be they need Captain Planet, and whenever they go to find him, he's like old and shriveled because he reflects what the health of the planet
Oh.
type shit, and he's going to
Should
be
be-
like
It should
I
be
don't know.
gritty. Should be real
Grit.
gritty.
Every
Don
episode,
Cheadle
they
plays
ask
like
him for
Captain
help, and he's
Planet.
just like,
legs and shit.
no.
He's recycle. He's like busting arms out and shit.
Recyclops. From the
Yeah. Some guy like throws like recyclable can in the fucking trash and he comes out and grabs his arm and bashes his face.
Alex, I don't know if you've seen that episode of The Office,
Just
but that
rips
is
his head
definitely
off.
there's a whole scene in the beginning of an episode of The Office where Dwight turns into a recycling robot, and then like it starts off as him just as like a hippie kind of Cyclops, but then it evolves into the planet like people don't recycle. So now he turns into a robot that's hell bent on revenge against.
right.
So then he's the opposite
Captain
of recycling.
Planet.
That's gonna be
Captain
the
Planet
reboot of
and
Captain
Dwight's
Planet.
robot.
Captain
Kraken
Planet
Souls.
versus Recyclops.
Yeah.
and when he deals with all the the litterers and all the bad guys, that's when the planet starts to become healthy again.
All right,
Yeah.
Jeremy at Adult Swim, we got 2 for you. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, that's 2 shows right there: a gritty Captain Planet reboot, and then the high school, the
You
superhero
can
high
send your
school, wherever.
Or you can
The
send a
80s
paycheck
cartoon.
to P.O. Box, whatever in New Bloomfield, and
Hanna-Barbera
Yeah,
High
well,
School.
Yeah, 80s high school or something. I don't know.
you
Retro
guys
high
pick the
school.
name.
I don't know.
We'll
You
just
guys
pick-
can
we'll,
pick
just-
the name.
We'll work on the show.
we'll
We'll
take
work
the
on it.
royalties for the ideas, and
Yeah.
No way, I'm coming in. I want to be a writer. I want a
I want
job.
to be a writer. Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to be a showrunner on this
Yeah.
thing.
I
I want
want a
my
job.
name attached.
It could
All
be
right,
after
guys.
yours.
I even want them at the end in the credits to say that we wrote the Skeletor joke specifically.
Skeletor joke at end of theme song, written by.
Yeah. I want it at the end of the theme song. It'll just come up written by Alex.
Why did he-
Written by Alex.
Like
Why
yeah,
does
like
he
how
get
how
the
in like
power?
a theme song, like as the character pops up, like it shows like the actor that plays him. As the Skeletor line drops, it'll just be like joke written by.
Joke written by Alex.
Every episode.
Whole show stops.
Like
joke
how
written by
Venture Brothers is like they have the episode, the credits, and then they have like a super tiny scene after the credits where it ends.
Mhm.
Like every episode of that series would just be whatever happened to Skeletor at the very end of the episode after the credits. Just gonna be like, why did he get all the power? And then black screen written by Alex.
Dude, we could write jokes for Mum Raw. He'd be funny, dude. All these fucking people.
Everybody's stepping on his like,
dude.
oh yeah, because he's a mummy pretty much.
Yeah.
They're stepping on his like bands,
He's a badass.
using it for
dude.
toilet paper.
Mum Raw's got some. I never watched Thundercats, but I always thought Mum Raw was like a cool looking like villain. I'm like, yeah, that guy looks cool as shit. He had that like skull face with the red ass eyes.
Bro, I just came up with a funny idea too. You could put Batman in there, and it's like he's dressed up as Batman in high school too, and you just got like these little Robins following him, and they're like, that dude's weird. He has all these little kids following him around all the time. He always
Like
hangs
real
around with
little
like
kids.
he hangs out with like the freshmen and the underclassmen.
No, it's gotta be like toddlers, dude. Like coming with it.
like the preschool next door.
Like, I don't know.
But
That guy's a little
but
freaky.
He's rich as shit. He's like, well, I bought the wings, so like I do what I want here.
And like they'll be just in the middle of a scene, like there'll be like a dark corner, and then like he just comes out and says something is bad, and then just goes back into the corner. Like where did he always just pops up and then just disappears with those little kids.
Oh my god.
He's the rich. He's gonna be the rich spoiled kid the whole fucking show, man.
Oh man.
All right, let's wrap
All right.
this up. Man.
We need to
Yeah,
wrap
I
it
think
up.
it's time to wrap it up here.
We're trademarking that. It's on film. It's our idea. Nobody could steal that
Yeah.
shit.
Boom.
get out
But
of here.
if
with
you see
that.
this, anybody at Cartoon Network, hit us up, man. Adult
Jeremy.
Swim, let
Jeremy
us know.
Smith.
yeah, we,
Jeremy
we
Swim,
only want to
let
talk
us
to
know.
Jeremy. We know.
Yeah.
what we do.
We got
But
some
yeah.
ideas.
So
All right, guys.
one thing I wanted to
thanks
actually say at the beginning of the episode, I wanted to mention about the TikTok that Vernon just created. So
Yeah.
as we tie into the ending, follow us on TikTok at Waves5Media. I think that's all it is. So
That's all it is.
we got that. So we should have some going there soon. I'm actually going to do the 1 minute podcast. I'm going to upload them there, and then I can just cross them to Facebook and stuff. So, that just makes more sense. So,
There we go.
But
Make
yeah,
sure
so
to
follow
go
us on
follow
TikTok
us on-
now, Twitter.
Ooh, what's the big Twitter news today?
We up to 500 followers, man.
That's right. Yeah.
We up to 500 followers, and I want to thank everybody that supported the channel and supports the page. Just thank you for supporting us, and tell everybody else to go like and subscribe on YouTube. That's the most important thing, is getting everybody that followed us on Twitter, come to YouTube, like and subscribe.
Just click the button.
If you'd
Well,
like to
I really appreciate
subscribe, it is a
Click it.
The best time to subscribe is during our squad nights, which we do Monday, because every time you subscribe, something will actually pop up on the screen that no
We
one's
can
gotten to
talk to
see yet. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't even tell you guys
Yeah.
about it. So I want someone to
I'm gonna
subscribe.
subscribe just to see it.
Do it. You gotta do
I'm
it.
subscribed.
I'm gonna
Unsubscribe and
subscribe.
resubscribe to see it. All of you do that. But okay. So yeah, follow us on, oh my god, everything. Yeah, so
Tune in to all the shows as well.
Stay tuned for squad nights on Monday, squad pod sports Thursdays, and then of course these on Friday. So but yeah, that's everything. You guys got anything else before we head on out?
That's it, man.
All right.
Good old see you later.
All right.
Bye.
See you at 47.
Bye. Beautiful time.
Quad.